So, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to day two training program of ours. And let me share my screen first. All right. So, go to our same case studies file, naming called corporate case studies. And we have done up to our data presentation and a date formula, like a hidden formula of Excel date div, how to use it. We discussed about that. Then we saw how to make use of our dollar symbol. So when the data is moving or the formula you are going to apply for more than one cell or row or column, how to design the formula over there. We saw all these things, right? So fine, my voice is reaching. Can somebody confirm, please? Able to hear my voice? Screen is
Yes,
visible?
yes, yes.
Okay, great. Fine. So today we are going to start with our next exercise naming called goal seek. So we are going to discuss about one of our data analytical tool, which will be helping us for decision making at any point of time while working with Excel, and how to make use of that, and how this is going to help in saving our time, and how to take the right decision in right time. We are going to discuss about all these things. Okay. Now take a look on my screen. I have taken a salary slip data. So everyone is getting salary, so you must connect with that easily. That's why I have taken a salary slip data. Okay. Take a look. Suppose we have got a salary of basic 40,000. Okay. DA 20% of the basic. Fine. It's a formula driven cell. HRA 50% of the basic, which is again a formula driven cell. Medical allowance is fixed 15K and uniform allowance is fixed for 12K. Now monthly CTC is nothing but summation of all the above values. You can see a simple formula again. And annual CTC is nothing but monthly CTC multiplied by 12. So I believe now we all are clear with this entire formula, whatever we have. Any difficulties in understanding any of these formulas? Clear? The formulas? Yes, no. All right. Now take a situation. Okay. Suppose say in my department, I am looking for a resource to join and I have approached to my recruitment team. I have given the entire joining details. So they have found one candidate's profile, say XYZ, and being a team leader, I have to take the final interview and I need to take the decision whether I need to hire that person or not. Okay. So take an example. As we started one story yesterday, if you remember, who are the characters of our story? Anybody? Quickly.
Abdul, Sharif, and Manisha.
Anisha. Great. So remember the story. This will be very easy to understand and register the things easily. Okay. Now suppose say Abdul is leading a team. I'm okay. And yeah, who was come? Archana. Great. Now, suppose say our friend Sharif is leading a team and he is looking for a candidate. So he approached to our recruitment division. Suppose our friend say Siley, she is heading the recruitment team. Okay. So when Sharif approached to Siley and explained about all the requirement, Siley said, "No worries, Sharif, it will be done. Just give me 1 week time. We'll fill it up, definitely the gap." So Siley started working with finding the profiles. So first she approached to the LinkedIn, then she approached with the different consulting firms, and finally she got a profile. And who is that? Suppose Manisha's profile. Now Manisha's profile has come to Sheriff, and he has to take the final interview, and he has to decide that whether to hire Manisha or not. This is what the whole scenario. I believe everybody is able to connect with that. What I'm defining the story. Is it clear? The story, what we are discussing, the situation? See, instead of taking you through direct to the topic, I'm creating the scenarios that everybody can understand easily. That's why I am telling all these things. All right. So now take a look. No need to do anything. Just watch my screen. Now Sharif has started asking question to Manish. Manisha. So Manisha has answered all the questions very perfectly. So Sharif has decided I got my candidate. Fine, but that alone is not enough. So the discussion comes to now for the compensation part. So for this particular job role, Sharif offered that, Manisha, we can offer you 11 lakhs 40,000. Now, looking at the offering, Manisha is not happy. So looking at her face, Sharif also could make out that Manisha is not happy. So Sharif gave a comfort zone, asking Manisha, stating that, Manisha, if you have some expectation, you can speak up so that we can work out some win-win situation. So Manisha, when she got a chance, she said to Sharif that, Sharif, if you can offer me 14 lakhs instead of 11 lakhs 40,000, I am ready to join in a day or two. So now there is a big problem with Sharif. What is that? He doesn't want to lose the candidate like Manisha. But if he is accepting her demand, what should be the structure of the salary? This is the first problem of Sharif. Okay. Now take a pause on this. Now let's have some internal discussion that our management has given a authority to Sarif stating that Sarif, you can hire anyone. Salary is not a bar. You can ask, you can accept anyone's demand, whatever they are saying. But remember, at any point of time, basic should not exceed 60,000. So management has given a power, but they have also given a limitations or capping. So now Sharif has got another problem. If he accepts also the demand from the other side, what Manisha has spoken about, he has to also check that the basic should not exceed 60,000. Then only we can win that candidate, right? Now, having said this, once the story is clear, to take a decision over there, how long it will be take? Yes, Sharif, we'll start from you. If you have understood the whole scenario, how long it will be taking for you to take a decision whether to hire Manisha or not? Or ideally, what we do in that case. I'll tell you what we do. We just buy some time. How we are buying time? We will ask Manisha, Manisha, please be seated in our reception or lobby, and we'll let you know in couple of hours about the status. This is how we do. Now, why we are buying 2 hours or 1 hour time? Why don't we take the decision immediately then and there? And when we buy the time, what we do in that 2 hours or 1 hour time, I'll tell you. We come back to our workstation. We start playing with our different types of permutation and combinations. Like 40,000 is there, okay. 11 lakhs 40,000 is there, fine. Now, how much C is demanding? 14 lakhs. So for that purpose, first I'll start with my capping. Basics should not exceed 60,000. So first I'll check by taking 60,000 as a basic, whether I can take it or not. Yes. So now I am in safe side. I can still play around because I have got a cushion of 1,48,000. So now I need to match with this demand. So what I need to do, I will start reducing the values 62, 57,000. Then it has gone down. Again, I'll go for 56,000. So like that, I can keep changing our value of basic, and unless and until this total CTC or annual CTC turns to be 14 lakhs, I will keep changing the value. So I may get my answer in 10 hits or 12 hits or 20 hits. Depends what is the value I'm typing over here. This is what basically we do. Nothing wrong. What we are doing is absolutely right. But see the other side of the discussion. Now, suppose say Manisha, if she's still, waiting at the lobby, then our friend Sharif has a chance to still win the candidate. Now, suppose say next to our organization, one more industry is there where our friend Manisha, she has got fixed one interview. So she checked with their recruiter. She thought for a while, instead of sitting idle at this place, let's go and finish that interview also. So that's a good idea. Anybody will do that. Now, when she has approached them and when she has finished the interview, their recruiter, they immediately accepted the offer. Now, what do you think? Manisa is going to come back to our organization? Yes? Is she going to come? So let's ask Manisha. Manisha, are you going to come back to this organization where Sharif is working?
Uh, it depends because if the basic is lesser than what Sharif is giving me, then I would not. Because the breakdown and all, as easy and comforting it might sound, but then the compositions and all also must match. So,
Well, that you will not get immediately. See, now the discussion only happening with the CTC. You will not get the compositions or you will not get the breakups of that CTC immediately, right? So
yes,
total
yes,
CTC only you have to compare. Now this
yes,
CTC they are offering and what you are demanding, the next neighborhood company they are giving you that they're accepting your offer. So whom you will prefer?
the second organization.
Definitely. And in
Yes.
that case, when Manisha doesn't turn up to this organization, what happens? Serif lost a good candidate. That is the drawback. Now, behind the scene, whatever our friend, suppose Siley has done the efforts to filter out Manisha's profile from different sources, that entire efforts has gone. Yes, Shaili, do you mind that? What I'm saying is right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So in this case, people, both the end, we are losing only. And again, what happens? Same team when they are working without the resource, the productivity is also getting degraded day by day. And management is going to ask a question to Sharif again. Sharif, I gave you the chance and I asked you, please fill the gap. Why did you take this much of time? Not you are not filling the gap. See, the team's performance is getting degraded day by day. So this is how you have to also face the consequences. So now just come to the bottom line, people, from the entire story. On the table itself, when our friend Manisha, she was asking for this much of salary, if our friend Sharif would have taken the decision then and there, this much of situation would not have been arranged, right? So that's the reason why people, while working with corporate, right time, right decisions you have to take in. Otherwise, you will be facing always the trouble. So now the question is over here, how to take a call if I want to achieve 14 lakhs of CTC, what should be the breakup of my salary? That is what our agenda. So for that, what we'll do, we'll take a beautiful tool called GoalSeek. And you GoalSeek, where we are getting it in the data menu. If you look at, there is a what if analysis, and there we have a option called GoalSeek. So where GoalSeek is available, we got that now options. But how to use it? See, you cannot use direct GoalSeek at any set of data. There are two rules you need to always satisfy when you go for goal seek application. Rule number one, the data must be containing the formula. Without formula driven cells, you can't go with goal seek. So for goal seek purpose, data must be linked with formula. Data must contain the formula. This is what rule number one. Rule number two, when you go to data, what if analysis, goal seek, it will take you to a dialog box asking set cell. Now, what is the meaning by set cell? Set cell is nothing but objective cell. In any data, there will be one objective. So if you have understood the whole story, what is our objective? Anybody quickly?
To keep the CTC within 14 lakhs.
Right. So CTC, annual
Yes.
CTC is our objective. Do you all agree with me? Right. So annual CTC we have taken as a set cell. So this is our rule number two. Whichever the cell you consider as a set cell, that cell must contain a formula. So our annual CTC, is it containing formula? Annual
No.
CTC, is it containing formula? No. We have given a formula, right? Monthly CTC multiplied by 12. Annual CTC, how we have arrived at? If you look
Yes.
at annual CTC already having a formula, can you see? Monthly CTC multiplied by 12. So this is already containing a formula, not a problem. So set cell is nothing but our annual CTC, and annual CTC must contain the formula. Yes, it is containing. Now coming to two value. So how much we are expecting in annual CTC? How much Manisha's demand is? Yes, people, is of 14
14
lakhs.
lakhs.
Right. So we must write it 14 and 5 zeros. Okay. So this cell value, we have to always give it manually. We cannot refer to a cell and make it dynamic. Okay. Now coming to by changing cell, which cell you change so that you can get 14 lakhs. So while taking 1 hour time, what we were doing, which cell we keep on changing is the basic. So I'll take my basic cell as a changing cell. So three inputs it was asking, three inputs I have provided. Now click OK and see the beauty. With immediate blink of your eyes, you can see the entire structure is set, and GoalSeek is giving the result by taking different iterations and calculations. And finally, the output, if you see, 14 lakhs. Now, the structure, once it is changed, whether it is within the capping, what management has set, yes, it is within the capping. So, without making any delay, now Sharif can take a call and he can hire Manisha and stating that, Manisha, we are through with the interview. You are welcome board and you may join from day after tomorrow. Rest of formalities our HR will be taking care. Don't you think that so easy? Right? So give it a try, check it's working. Any doubt, any queries, feel free to ask.
Sir, can you please take it back to the page where it shows the formulas as well so that we can apply?
Yeah, this is the formulas.
Yes, thank
Hope this is working. Any
you. Sir,
doubt, any
please go back.
queries?
I'm still doing it.
That is the
Sir,
same data is there with your
where I
formula.
can find goal seek?
You goal seek, yes, in the data menu, what if analysis and goal seek.
So is there any shortcut key for this?
Absolutely. You can go for Alt TG, T for tools, G for goal seek. Alt TG. So anybody's getting any difficulties, need my support, do let me know because this is really going to save a lot of time, people. And I have given you a perfect example. Whenever you go for cities, so any point of time, whenever you are working with your cost sheet, you want to arrive at your break-even point, you want to do some profitability analysis, or the best part, when you want to go for application of a home loan and you are fixing your EMI, you can also check through GoalSeek that whether I'm paying the proper EMI or I'm ending up paying something extra or excess. You can also check that. But provided you should remember the rules. What are they? The data must be formula driven, and in goal 6, set cell is the objective cell which must contain a formula.
Sir, I'm not getting the desired number on the the sheet over here. Can you please take me back to the formula thing?
Formula that already the same data is there with you. You can share your screen. I can guide you. Right. So what is that you are pressing the trouble? Yes, in GoalSeek, all the formulas are there. Like DA 20%, HRA 50% of the basic, all these formulas are there. The only thing is you have to go to GoalSeek. Where is the GoalSeek? In data, what if analysis, and GoalSeek. Right. Now take that box towards your right side, drag it to the right side. Yeah, set cell is the object. That is not your set cell. That is not your set cell. Set cell is the objective cell, the total CTC. Remove everything. Total CTC is your objective cell. So this is containing a formula. Yes. Now to value. How much? 14 lakhs, because the other demand is 14 lakhs. So you have to type it manually, 14 lakhs. Now 14 lakhs is the just see formula. 14 lakhs you have not typed properly. One more zero is required. Now by changing cell. So by changing cell, when you keep it, this is nothing but your basic cell. And click OK. With immediate effect, it will give you the result. Okay. All right. So I believe everybody is clear, whatever we discussed. Any doubt, any queries from anybody? Fine. So I'm taking the control back on the screen. So this is how you can apply this GoalSeek tool wherever you want. And this will be very, very helpful for taking the decisions at your spreadsheet whenever you want to do that. Now, let's go for our next situation is called data clean 1. Data clean 1. Okay. Now, the very first thing, what is the need of cleaning the data? So what is the meaning by cleaning the data? Most of the time, what it happens, people, you will not receive 90% cases, you will receive your data with uncleaned and unstructured format. Now, what is the meaning by uncleaned format? So if your data, it might be having error, hash num, hash value, hash reference, hash division, hash spill, or hash null, or maybe there might be some blanks, some unwanted characters, column headers might be missing, or the numbers may not be in number format, the date may not be in date format. All these problems, when you have, that is nothing but your unclean data. Okay. So here you can notice we have got some vendors data over here, day wise records, whatever the revenue we have made, we got the records. But if you look at, there are many more places you can notice we have the errors in place. Can you see? I'm highlighting for you. So we have got different types of varieties of errors over here. Right, people? Now, having this kind of errors in place, okay, when it comes to us, definitely that lead to a question in our mind, why there are so many errors? Then we go back to the source data. We try to check the reasons behind the same, and the reasons what we get it. This is because of data absence or format incompatibility or case sensitivity, and technically those are not playing any role, and we ignore it and we send it across to our next level. There our problem starts. People keep asking a lot of questions why there are so many errors. And again, living our day-to-day activity, we have to keep explaining the same to the people. Now, if my boss only I have sent and he is asking, it's okay. But when I send the file, I have sent it to my boss, marking CC to other 4 people as well. So those 4 people also asking the same questions, but in different time zone. So now I have to explain the same situation to 5 different people in 5 different time. Now imagine whose premium time is being wasted. Yes, I gave you the whole story. Now the question is, whose premium time is being wasted?
Managers.
Definitely. And how about yours? Don't you think your time is
Yes.
also
Yes, sir.
wasting? Right. So in this case, let managers think about his time. Let's think about our time. So our time is being wasted, but who is held responsible for that? Can I blame to my audience at any point of time, whomever I have sent the file? Can I blame to them that you don't understand what is there? Every time you are asking the same question, can I say something like this to our people, to our superiors? No way, right? So definitely the mistake is ours. How? Because when we receive our data having this kind of errors in place, it is our duty to replace all these errors with a predefined text like 0, hyphen, nil, not available, not applicable. Then only we can stop people asking unwanted questions. But how to do that? Our experts, they will suggest you that Prabhas, don't worry, go for a find and replace and you will be getting it. See, find and replace will help you only if you have one error to rectify. So here we have a varieties of errors. So we have to roll out find and replace activity that many time depending upon the number of errors. So this is really painful. So do not ever go for find and replace. So what is the best option? I'll tell you. Keeping your cursor anywhere in the data, go for Control A. Keeping the cursor anywhere in the data, go for Control A. Start working with me. Then just press Control G, G for Gamma, G for Goa. And there what it is asking, you can see in the dialog box there is a special command over here. Okay, so when you go for this tab special, and then it will take you through a dialog box something like this called go to special, where you will be finding an option called constants is there. What is that? Constants. Okay, you got to select that, and once you select, please deactivate numbers, text, logicals. I repeat, constant to be select, and having the selection with constant, deactivate numbers, text, logicals. And the moment you click OK, you can notice on your screen, don't do anything, just notice on the screen what is happening. From the entire data set, wherever the errors are in place, is it getting highlighted? Yes. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, and go and hit in your keypad NA. NA. So wherever it is typing NA, don't bother. But if you want to see that, look at your formula bar and this will be showing NA is being typed over there. Now, having said this NA over there in the picture, let's go for our simple task. Control Enter. So when you press Control Enter with immediate effect, can you see all these error driven cells are replaced with NA? But our task is not yet completed. Just see. Once I get all my errors replaced with NA, I should go to my home tab and there I should color those cells. And then I should put one legend of one line of statement stating that yellow color cells are nothing but the error driven cells replaced with our NA. So looking at that sentence, anybody can understand what is that we have done over here. So this is how we have understood how to do the treatment with our errors. Any difficulties, anybody? Do let me know.
Sir, can you please reiterate this again? My screen froze for a few seconds, so I couldn't.
No problem. You can share your screen. Right. Keep your cursor anywhere in the data. Control A, Control G,
Control G.
special,
Constant.
constants. Yeah. Then numbers, text, logicals, remove. Numbers, text, logicals need to note. Yes. Click OK. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad. Don't click
Yes.
anywhere. Don't do anywhere. Simple
Mm-hmm.
type NA. Just type NA.
Hmm.
And can you see your formula bar? NA is being typed.
No formula. Yes.
No, no, no. Formula bar.
Oh, yes. You
Yeah.
mean this part?
That white color bar. You can see FX. No, no, no. That is your ribbon bar.
Yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
the,
This.
this is called formula bar. The entire line is called formula bar.
Okay.
The white color bar is the called formula bar. Okay.
Okay.
Now there you can see NA is being typed. Fine. Now
Hmm.
formula is typed. I mean the text is typed in one cell. Now go for
Hmm.
Control Enter. So when you press Control Enter, you will be finding the entire cells, whatever we had selected, is it replaced with NA?
Yes, sir.
Now go to that home tab. There is a yellow color icon is there. Just
Yes,
click
yes,
that yellow icon. Click that yellow icon. No need to go and navigate. Just click the icon.
yes.
Yes. Now come to the bottom. Come to the bottom. And there you put one cell. Yes. Just press F4. Select the cell and press F4 or function
Yes.
F4, whatever you have. F4. Yeah. Now you have to write a statement saying that yellow color cells are nothing but error-driven cells replaced with NA. Okay, this is
Okay.
how you should write. Not there,
Okay.
not there. Immediate write, not in that cell. Yes, there you have to write. So that's called legend. Okay,
Okay.
right.
Thank you,
Fine
sir.
then. Yeah, no problem. So I believe all are clear. This kind of application, like when you receive your errors in the data, how to deal with the same. Okay. So these are called time-saving techniques and do the right treatment with the errors and how to present your data effectively when you have the errors in place. We got all these three techniques combined together and three questions answer is one. All are comfortable? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, right. Jyoti, you have the laptop today or still you are watching only? All right. Now, please stay focused on my same data. Please watch my screen. You can notice there are many more cells. We have got some blanks in place. So we have got blanks over here. We got blanks over here. We got something over here. You can see there are many more blank cells we have, correct? Now the objective is wherever the blank cells are there, we want to replace the same with a text called nil. So how to replace those cells with nil or replace the blanks with nil text? Let's discuss. Again, keep your cursor anywhere in the data and go for Control A and Control G. Go to dialog box will appear. There we have a tab called Special. Click on that. And within the go to special, can you see one option we have called blanks? So click on the blanks option over here and
Yes.
click OK. So when you click OK, you will be finding from the entire data set only over here the blank cells alone are in selection. Okay. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, and immediately type nil, N-I-L. And I told you, if you want to see what you're typing, you can always look at your formula bar. So this is called your formula bar. And are we typing NIL? Yes. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, and go for Control Enter. So when you hit Control Enter, you can notice all these respective blank cells will be replaced with over there as a nil text. So this is the treatment for your blanks you should give. But remember, going to Home tab, do not forget to give one more set of color and then put one more legend over there in the bottom side of my data that green color cells are nothing but the blank cells replaced with nil. So this is how you should do the treatment. Give it a try and check all these things are working.
Done, sir.
Right, great. How about others?
Done.
Good. Fine. So data clean 1, I believe all are clear. Can I take that?
Yes.
Right. Let's go to data clean 2. So here, let me take you through the background story of this data, what we have. Okay. Then we start working together. Ideally, the moment you download the data from SAP or ERP people, there are two cases where you will be finding the trouble. One, the numbers will not be in number format, and the second one, the date will not be in date format. So unless and until you clean all these things, the data is of no use. So take a look. We have got a data set from our SAP, like employee related information. And when you look at the first problem, what is that we have? Let me take you through over here. Okay. So if you see the annual salary, what is happening? It is containing, the column is containing the numbers, but it is there in the format of a text or general. So it's the numbers are not in their proper number format. So now you can ask me a question, Prabhas, how did you identify by looking at the data itself? Simple thing. If you look at the annual salary, all the cells in the top left corner, we have got some green color flag symbols. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Right. So in that case, now the moment you go for this, it is very simple for us to understand that definitely our data is not clean. So if it is not in number format, which format it is then? Maybe in general or maybe in text, we never know. But at any point of time, to understand what format it is there, you can keep the cursor in that cell, go to Home tab, and it will be showing over here what kind of formatting you have. So if you look at over here, it shows me text. So this entire data is there in text format. Okay. So we confirm that. Now, how to bring it to number? Simple. Our experts, they will suggest you, don't worry, just go and select like this. There will be a yellow color symbol. And in this yellow color symbol, you have to click and go for convert to number. So this option, no doubt, it's a very good option, but don't use this because this option is being designed to deal with the maximum 20 to 50 row items of data. But if you look at our data, then maybe more than 1 lakh records might be there. We never know. So here, by mistake or unknowingly, if I have opted these options to rectify my data, I'll be inviting the trouble for my system. What is that? Excel not responding. Excel is restarted. Excel stopped working. The entire screen is grayed out. And again, you have to restart the system. There's no other options for you. So if you do not want to face such kind of situation, what is the best options to rectify all this data? I'll tell you. Keep your cursor first, salary on the salary column. First salary, keep your cursor, select the rest. Control Shift down arrow key to select your entire data. Right now, can you notice one thing? When we select, we have reached to the bottom line of our entire column. Can you see? So
Yes,
this
sir.
is what mostly it happens with us when you go and select, we are reaching to the bottom. But we are trying some formula functions in the top cell over there. So how to come back? So basically what we do, people, I'll tell you, we just go for scrolling it like and we come to beginning. This is a very bad practice. What you can do, I'll tell you a very simple keyboard shortcut. If you select your data and you want to come back to the first cell, go for Control Backspace. Hit Control Backspace. Can you see? Now you have come to the beginning of particular range with Control Backspace.
Yes, sir.
This keyboard shortcut will be very, very helpful, people, when you are designing the formula and functions for a large volume of data. So people don't know this keyboard shortcut and they always keep depending upon the mouse and they go for dragging a lot and spending or wasting their time. Now, once we have got this over here, what we need to do, how to just rectify this, I'll tell you. Go to our data menu and you have an option called text to column, right? Now in this text to column, when you click, it will take you to a dialog box, something like this. And over here, go for next. Don't change anything. Again, go for next. And by default, if you look at column data format, how it is displaying, it is displaying as general. But technically, our data is there, what is the number? But we do not have a number option, no doubt. But what I suggest is, do you have an option called date? Just check it out. Right now, in this date, when you select, and over here, no need to do any kind of changes, straight away go and click finish. So when you click finish with immediate effect, what will be happening? It will be changing our data structure. So if I go for this, Alt A, next, and next, general to date, and click finish. Okay.
So can you repeat it, please?
Yep. Select your data, whatever you have. Okay. Then going to data, text to
Yes.
column,
Text to
and
columns. Yes.
when you go to text to column, this kind of window dialog box will appear.
Yes.
Then don't need to do any changes, go for next. And again, don't do any changes, go for next. And by default, column data format will be there in general.
Okay.
So general, you change it to date. Though we do
Okay.
not have the date, but we are doing date because we do not have the option for number. But technically, we are dealing with number. That's why we are going for date. And once you change this to general to date and click finish, so what will be happening with immediate effect? Whatever the data we have, it will be cleaned and it will be showing over here. Now, some cases you could see it is just converting the data into date. Yes, because we have converted the data into date. So no worries. If you want to bring the numbers back, select your data. I told you yesterday, any point of time to convert any format to number. What was that? Anybody? Any format to number. We discussed a keyboard shortcut. Control Shift 1. Do you remember our data presentation sheet I told you? Control Shift 1 to convert any format to number format. And immediately you will be finding all these values are ready. Now the annual salary which was not cleaned, now it is cleaned, right? So this is how people, the best practice, the problem number one solution, how to get it, how to bring the numbers into proper number format. We got that. And this is how the treatment you should do. Whenever you find you download the data from SAP and the numbers are not in number format, you can go for it. Any difficulties, do let me know.
No, sir.
All right. How about others? Fine. Now, our next problem, I will highlight, just see on my screen. If you look at, there is a column called year, and this year column, if you look at, it is containing the error, something like this called hash value. Okay. Now, this error, if you look at, by picking up any random cell out of this. What is taken, the formula, if you look at, the formula is nothing but it is depending upon our date column, right? And there is a formula year already we have seen yesterday that Excel has a ready-made formula called year, but that year column is depending upon our date column. So now one thing is clear that since our date is not in proper date format, our formula year is not working. Well, now coming back to our date, the higher date column, coming back to there. And in this higher date column, if you look at, keep your cursor in the first date and select the rest. Now, what is the shortcut to come back again to the beginning? After selecting the
Control
data,
backspace.
very
Control
good, go for it.
backspace.
Very good, go for it. So when you go for control backspace, you will be reaching to the beginning of your entire selection criteria. Now, what is the problem in our date so that the date is not in proper format we discussed? If you remember, I told you date format how it is supposed to be. Though it is DD, MM or MMDD, no problem. But the separator has to be, what is that? Either hyphen or forward slash. No backslash, no underscore, no dots, nothing. So this is the place where it has gone wrong. So how to rectify this? After selecting the data, again, go for your data text to column. Right? Now, go for your data menu, text to column, and in that, over here, go for next, and again next. Now see, column data format, what it is showing, general, right? But you have to go to date, since we have the dates in place. Now here drop down, what it is showing, DMY. So if your data is in of DMY format, date month year format, you should check it to DMY. If your data is of MDY format, you should change it to MDY. So this is the purpose. This entire drop down is over here. Well, now having said this, when I go and click finish, can you see my date column is cleaned, and with immediate effect, my year column also will be cleaned. See how the things have become more easy when you go for right techniques.
Done, sir.
Right. Any queries from anybody?
No, sir.
Well, how about others?
Star, can I share my screen?
Yep. Yes, anybody is interested in helping Manisha?
So can I help?
Please go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, Manisha. Manisha, show your screen. Shari is going to help you.
Uh, you have to go to the first higher date, upper side, select first cell. Just a second. Higher date, this? Yeah, select first cell. Now select entire complete range of that by control shift down. Now go to control backspace. Oh, just a
Okay.
second. Wait. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now data tools, text to columns, next. Now go to date, select DMY. Yeah, it is already selected. Go to finish. Done, but it's still not. Date is done, but I don't know about the year. Yeah.
So, Manisha, what you have done exactly, the mistake is accidentally your keyboard shortcut is pressed Control Infinitive. Above to the tab key, you have an infinitive symbol. So Control Infinitive, click that, it will be sorted.
Control in. Okay, is it this?
Yeah. Now go to your date and see.
Okay.
No. Directly into towards your right. Go towards your right.
Just a second. Just a second. Oh.
No, don't zoom in, zoom out. Huh. Now go for that again. Control infinitive.
Okay, control. Okay,
No, you have not done it.
I
See,
agree.
in the table, I mean, in your keypad, you have a tab key. Above to the
Yes,
tab key, you have a infinitive symbol, right?
yes,
So
yes.
that key you have to press along with control,
Okay.
right? Now you can notice your date column is rectified, but only
Yes,
problem is your year column formulas. So select your year column formula completely. Year
this is
column. Come back to the year column. No, that's not the year column. Yes. Control shift down arrow key. Yeah. Control backspace. Now go to data text to column again. Data text to column. Then next, next, and click finish.
scale. I don't think it's
No, anything you have changed. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Did you change anything from this data?
not really.
Go for Control Z, undo, go for undo.
Control, this is again.
Yeah, again go for undo, undo, undo. Yeah. So this was the problem. See, here you have tried something. Again go for undo. Right.
Okay,
So now you start working. Select this column, go to data text to column.
this is
Right. Finish. Now this is rectified.
yes. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So I'm taking the
Sir, I
control
have
back on the
one
screen.
query here.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
When I change this data date to date format, the forward slash is coming. If I want hyphen, then how can we change that?
No, no, no. The forward slash why it is coming because your system date format might be having the slash as a separator. See the
Mm,
bottom right corner of your system. That's why it is
yes.
coming like that. So you don't need to change that because that is adapting your system format. Then only it will be working properly. So if you're getting slash, then you come to go back again to the format cell and then
Mm,
you have to do the changes.
okay.
Yeah.
So there we don't have option, right, in text to columns to
No, no,
change
no,
it
no, no.
to
Text to column,
hyphen.
it will not change the separator to hyphen or slash. You have to go and do the from the format cell.
Okay.
Right. Fine. So I'm taking the control back on the screen, and now we have understood the data clean tool. Like when you download the data from SAP or ERP, how to clean those data, we got the understanding. All right. Now coming to data clean 3. Data clean 3. Now, if you look at our data over here, let me take you through what is the data we have. Okay. We have got some employee names. We have downloaded some data. We have got some employee names, right? Now, looking at the same, my boss asked me, Prabhas, why don't you separate the name? The entire name is appearing. Why don't you separate the first name in one column and last name in other column? So how to separate our data? Sometimes this is also a need, the corporate. Do you all agree?
Yes, sir.
Right. So in that case, how do you do that? How to separate our data? There are various ways to do it. Okay. But I'll tell you the very best and beautiful technique which will be helping you to do your job with no time. And this is not going to increase your file size and data processing also will be very faster. Okay. So now we are going to explore one of the AI tool of our Microsoft Excel naming called Flash Fill. So here, what I'll do, just one minute, watch my screen. I'll go to my first name of the first data like Emily. I'll go and type it, and then I'll go for the next name called Davis. Okay, so Emily, Control E, Davis, Control E, and entire data is separated. Can you see that? Just a fraction of seconds, entire data is separated. Now, what is this Control E? Is nothing but, as I told you, this is the keyboard shortcut for this AI tool called our Flash Fill. And this is available since 2013 and above versions of our Microsoft Excel. Give it a try and check, is it working?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Done.
So you can see how much time you could save for data separation purpose. So any doubt, any queries from anybody while doing this operation?
Within the two names, if there is more than one space, in case, will this happen?
Yeah, even if it is having the more than one space, this will also take care about this. It's not about the space we are just using or separating all these things. It depends how many characters or how many, it takes its own rule. Ah, that's a good question, What about the middle name? If you have got first name, middle name, last name, then definitely this will not work properly. Reason is the data is not consistent. So for first name, middle name, last name, if you have some cases, but some cases only first name, last name, how it will understand the second value, whether it is a middle name or it is a last name. So this is the reason why the data has to be consistent, then only it will work. But yes, we have a solution. If you have got first name, last name, and middle name also there in between, then I'll tell you what we can do, what kind of formula you can apply is I'll show you one example. Just watch my screen. See, this kind of lengthy formula we have to use. Like say we have got Hari Prasad, Ram Prasad Chaurasia. Okay. Now this is the data. This is the formula I have to take it. So left is error, find, mid, then substitute, len, all this formula combined together we have to write. The logic will be a bit lengthy, but yes, possibilities there. You can extract your data, not a problem. All right. Hope it is clear. Yes. Any other questions on this flash fill?
So, this flash fill tool, is it only applicable for sorting out names or for data as well?
No, it's not confined to data like alphabets, any numbers you have also, you can separate it. Anything you want to do the data cleansing, like combining, separating, everything you can do over here, flash fill. So I have just given you one example for separation. Now I'll take you through one more. Just see, I have got first name in one column, last name in other column, and I want to combine the data. Now see what I can do. I can go for writing the first instance, Gary space Miller. Then Control E. Can you see? Everything has come. So first name, last name combined together. Now, if you want, no, I want the last name to be first, then followed by the first name. That also possible. You can go to first last name to type Miller, then Gary, and same pattern, it is going to fill the data also. Can you see? It's really a very beautiful tool. Give it a try.
Done, sir.
Right. So any questions from anybody from these two examples, what I showed you for application of our flash fill?
Sir, can you show one number separating in example?
Numbers. I'll
How
show
we
you.
can, yeah,
Right. Now suppose say we'll do one thing. We'll take some data like we have got some alphanumeric, correct?
Hmm.
Is that okay if I take that?
Yes.
Right. So just watch my screen. I'll take it through some real-time data. So I'll go to assignments and submit one here. So I'm taking a live data over here. So this is what mostly you will be finding when you are working with the OEM industries and all the material code, everything always comes with the leading zeros to the left. Can you see that? So my material code is starting exactly with some alphabets and ending up with some letters, I mean the numbers. There might be based on the bean card system, maybe I would be having some two letters alphabet or one letter alphabet could be the case. But I just don't want those zeros. I just want my only the material code. How to do that? Simple. I can go to the data and what exactly my material code is there, that alone I'll select out of this. Okay. And I'll copy that. Then I'll come back over here and I will paste it. Now simple control E. Can you see that? Exactly the same amount of data wherever the alphabet starts with. Can you see all these things are extracted?
Yes.
Right. Similarly, from this, suppose you want only the alphabets to be extracted. So I can go for typing AA one case, then I'll go for V over here, again V, and when I go for Control E, can you see we got the all the alphabets from all the places.
Yes.
So this is what the beauty of flash fill. When you have alphanumeric data or the numbers or the reference code, anything, you can just use it. So 90% cases, trust me, it will be helping you to clean up your data. It's a very
Yeah.
beautiful tool.
Yes. Yes. Got it.
Right,
Thank you.
right, no problem. So how to combine the data by using flash fill, how to separate the data by using flash fill, we can clear, I mean, we have understood that. Can I take it? Right. Now take a look. Suppose I have got the names and I want to customize the email IDs of those guys. So email ID is definitely the domain name will be the same across all the people like Gary Miller. So first name dot last name and at the rate Excel4all dot in. Suppose I want to customize the email ID. So what I can do, see how to get all this employees purpose email ID, how to design that. I'll go for same Gary dot Miller and then at the rate Excel4all dot in. When I do this over here, I'll delete this, then Control E. Can you see all these email IDs in the same format? It has turned up, right? So Control E is the keyboard shortcut for flash fill. Hope it is working. In doubt,
Sir, if we have in the middle of name and Gmail, if we have another columns, then it will also work, or how it will be?
yeah. If you, I mean, see, middle name, mostly people are not concerned nowadays. Only people work with
No,
the
not
first name.
about middle name. After column A, if we have another data from B to D, and we have email ID in column F, so it will work, right? This formula.
Yeah, of course it will work. It's not a problem.
So when I put the first email ID, when I type it, Gary.Miller @excel for all .in, then
Uh-huh.
I go down cell, and when I
Uh-huh.
press Control E, then
Uh-huh.
all my emails are same. Gary.Miller, same it is coming.
Just let me have a look at your screen. Could you please share your screen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just do one thing.
Huh,
Go for undo. Go for undo.
okay.
Yeah.
Here also.
Towards your right side. Towards your don't click anywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
So first, just take your cursor towards your right arrow key. Use right arrow key. No, right arrow key from your keypad. Right arrow key.
Yes, I'm doing that.
No. You're moving your cursor. Don't move your cursor here and there. That's what I'm saying. Forget about cursor. I'm saying
Okay.
in your keyboard you have top, I mean, left, right, up, down arrow keys are there.
Yes,
Use that right arrow key.
I'm using, but I think
You're
my
going
arrow
left
key.
now. No.
Yeah.
Don't click. That's what you're taking your mouse. See, don't use the touchpad. Are you using mouse or touchpad?
Keypad only.
That is what
I
keypad.
think
You have a touchpad in the middle. You are moving your cursor. That's what I'm saying. Don't move your cursor on your keypad. You have up, down, left, right. Some keys are there.
yes, I get that, but I think my arrow key is not working.
Okay, fine, no
See, it is
issues.
left side it is working, but
Okay. Do one thing. Do one
yeah.
thing. Go to
Huh,
column D. Go to column D. Column D.
yeah. Huh,
Now use the left arrow key.
yeah.
Now press the delete button.
Okay.
Press the delete button. Yes. Now come to column B and type Gary.Miller
Very
dot
good.
Miller at the rate.
Dot in.
Yeah. Dot
Yeah.
in. Enter. Now go for Control E.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
get that? Yeah.
Yes.
So now you
Hmm.
got to know why we did not get in the earlier case, because we had already got a specific command or specific data towards your right side. So it was
Yeah.
unable to understand the pattern. That's why it was getting confused. So you don't need to have any data either towards your right or left, something like this. So you should have the
Yes.
clean data and consistent type, and then you can go for it.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I believe now we all are in the same page and we got the basic understanding how to make use of this flash fill, and we can save our time while working with your data cleansing activity. Now I'll take you through one more situation. Just see. We have got Gary Miller, all these names are there. Sometimes what it happens, the name people type with different case. Somewhere they write in capital letters, somewhere in the small or the kind of a mixed type. But we need to maintain some uniformity over there. So that's called sentence case. Like every letters, I mean every word, first name, first letter should be capital. Last name, first letter should be also capital. That's we call it as a every word's first letter to be capital. Then how to do that? So we have to go with the same pattern. First letter capital, again last name first letter capital, and Control E. Can you see with the same format as it is being typed. Now if you want all the letters to be in capital letters, yes, you can do that. Only thing is first instance you should type like this. Gary Miller, Control E. All the letters will be in capital letters. Can you see that? So that's what the beauty people over here. Okay. Again, with the flash fill, we can do that. Give it a try.
Sir, I'm getting some error.
Okay, you can share your screen.
I did this, Control E, all Gary.
No. Okay, just undo. Again, undo. Type it properly. Right. Enter. Then Control E.
Your spelling was wrong. You put Garry.
Garty. Huh.
Oh, okay, wait. Yes, thank you.
Right. Yeah. All right. So, any other questions from anybody? So, what do you believe? Isn't it a great tool? What say?
So this is in tabular table format. If it is in sentences, then same what we can do. If we are
Same thing.
writing up
Same thing.
same
Same thing.
thing,
Because
okay.
see, if you have also sentence or paragraph or text anything,
Yeah.
the question is what you are typing in the first instance. So that is
Mhm.
what the example you have to set it and you have to give it to flash fill. And the same pattern it is going to fill for others.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm taking the control back on the screen and look at my screen again. Now, suppose say here, if I look at, so we should be careful with the words, right, where we are using this much. Of course, see, you need to have your control upon your data. That's quite assumed. It's not like just I without seeing the data, I could keep typing. I know my data, what it is, whether it is a number or it's a text or it's a employee code or it's a debit card number or it's a GST number, what exactly I'm dealing with. Definitely, I must be knowing about it, right? Fine. So now take a look. I have got the names and I just want to pick up the initials like Gary Miller. I want the GM only. So what I can do, simply I can go and type capital GM and now control E. All the initials will be coming up immediately. This is, trust me, you cannot think of that beyond that it will work. So that's the power of AI. So this is called a artificial intelligence tool called Flash Fill. And what is the shortcut? Control E. And where you find in the ribbon menu, I'll tell you, if you go to Home tab, and there we have an option called Fill, and within that, Flash Fill. So this is our location number one, where we can get our Flash Fill. If you do not want to go for keyboard shortcut, you have the option. Hope you're able to navigate.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is our location number one. Now, suppose say you want to find out other place like data. If you go for it, here also we do have an option called flash fill. So these are the two locations where you will be getting your flash fill options.
So please have a look at this. It's showing some error.
Mhm. Yeah, you can share your screen. Yep.
What does this mean?
Okay, because see, that's what I told you. That example, you have to delete it. Click OK. Click OK. Towards your right side, the example, you have to delete it. So it's getting confused because of that. Now go and apply Control E. It will work.
Oh,
Yeah. All right. Now take a look. Suppose any point of time you want to extract a year from a date or date from a date or month from a date, you can do that. Now suppose say these are my dates and I want to pick up a year. I told you yesterday formula. What is that? You need to go for a year formula and then you give it, you will be getting it. So no doubt this is a very beautiful option. Formula, you can use it. But problem is the more the formula, again, file size will be more. We know that very well. And it will take also time to process your data. Rather going for this, what you can do, just see, this is the data, correct? I'll go for my year 2019, done, Control E. See, It understands the pattern and immediately it is fetching the data for me. So very beautiful tool. Just check, is it working? You don't need a formula also.
Yes, it's done, sir.
Right.
So
All
what
right.
if I
So,
have a doubt? What
uh-huh.
if you have any other text in any of the row?
Other text like,
Yeah, it's like, see, you have a continuous 71 to 79, you have the dates. You
right.
think in place in the 75th row, you have some name of a person,
Mm-hmm.
okay, instead of date, but you want to sort only the dates.
Well, so in that case, what I suggest is your data is not clean first. You need to first sort your data and just arrange the data with smallest to largest order. If it is a number, if it is a alphabet, then A to Z or Z to A, you have to arrange and remove the unwanted data. Then you go for flash fill. Because when the data type is of mixed nature, one case alphabet is there, one case number is there, and one case alphanumeric data is there, so this is not a consistent type of data. Like what you're saying, I understood. So here, suppose say I have got something called Excel4all. Okay.
Yes.
Now then here over, suppose say then my name is, suppose there is Pravas Panda. So this is not a right consistent type of data, correct? So when I'm looking at my date column, all the places date has to be there. Now, if that is the case, then first I have to go and select, I have to go for data sorting, right click, sort, custom sort, and then I'll go for expanding columns. Yes, expand the selection, not a problem. And I should go by the date column and A to Z. So what will be happening? So this is not taking since I have not taken this, okay. Date, oldest to newest. So when I go for it, can you see all the text has come to the down and all the numbers are come to the beginning. So this is how I can arrange my data. Then I should go for flash fill. All right.
Want to say that flash fill works only for a consistent data.
Yes, if the data is of consistent type, it will work because that is what the nature Excel has designed. The whole idea of Excel is understanding that your data is of consistent type. All right. Fine. So any other doubts, queries, people about this data clean 3 flash fill?
No, sir.
Right. Now coming to our data fill. Coming to our data fill. So here, let me take you through the data first, what we have. Okay. Suppose say my boss asked me, Pravas, get me the entire revenue data. So what I did over here, I gave a T code in my SAP system and I could generate some data near about 1 lakh line item data. It comes like this. What is that? Store detail name is there. And these are the products we are selling in those stores and the revenue data, whatever it's USD, INR, you can consider. So suppose say this is what a food product manufacturing data or a FMCG data we have taken over here. Okay. Now, what is happening in Mumbai? These are the products we have sold. In Chennai, these are the products we have sold. So all the list is there, no doubt. But 1 lakh records are there. But when I presented this to my boss, he's not happy. He's saying, Prabhas, this much of data, I don't need this. What you need to do is you keep it with you. Just show me the data related to vanilla powder. So 1 lakh records are there. My boss is expecting only vanilla powder related records to be displayed. So what we do in that case, how to present our information? Yes, anybody? Any opinion? No, it is wrong, no issues. We have got 1 lakh record. Boss wants to see only vanilla powder related records.
So we put another column, write V, and then use the control E formula.
Pivot table.
Can you prepare a pivot out of this? Did I ask vanilla powder total sales? Pivot, what it does? Pivot does the aggregation of data. Try to understand. This is what we need to be very clear what people are asking. As Ninab said, yes, we need to go for, sorry, Rose said, filter. Ideally, we go for filter. When you have many more data and you are presenting some specific information, we go for filtering the data, right? All of you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Right. So we need to go for filter action. Just see. How do we go for filtering the data? We go and select, then we go for filter button to be added, then we go for product description, and we go and select all to deselect. Then what my boss has asked, vanilla powder, I'll go and select and I'll click OK. This is how we'll do the filter. Do you all agree with me?
Yes, sir.
So if this is the case, from today, we are going to stop doing that. Yes. What is the thing it has gone wrong in this? Nothing wrong. What the action you are doing, that is perfectly all right. But the amount of time what you're spending is not acceptable. So this kind of operation, going for filter, clicking on the button, doing the filter, select all, deselect all. If a standard 5 student is doing and he's learning Excel for the first time, then that is welcomed. But not like a professionals like us should do this filter action like this. Okay. So now how to make a quick filter? Let's have a basic understanding. I'll tell you a very beautiful tip. Just see. As we discussed, which product related information boss is expecting? Mhm.
Vanilla powder.
So I'll go to vanilla powder, right click and filter selected by cell value. See how quick it is. It's not something that we have never seen. So many times I have seen, but we have ignored that. I'm doing it again. Go to vanilla powder, right click open that. There's an option called filter, and within that, very first option, filter by selected by cell value. Can you see? It is doing a quick filter.
Yes.
So it's not necessary that all the keyboard shortcuts all time are going to be save time. Sometimes mouse options also save our time, but you have to use it properly. Fine. Now, when I do this over here, what is happening? You can notice all my vanilla powder related records are displayed, but the problem is belongs to which unit that is missing. Can you see that? This is missing. So this is the place where again my boss is going to raise a question, Prabhas, why I'm unable to find the store detail. So why we are unable to find, if you look at our source data, then you realize in our store detail column, only first row is containing your names of the stores or cities, and rest of the cells are blank. So as long as these blank rows are not filled with the respective city name, this data is of no use. Neither we can go for a filter, nor we can go for a pivot table, or we cannot do a subtotal as well. So sometimes we have to make our data ready for next level. And for that reason, we should have the time saving techniques knowledge. So let's see how to do that. So ideally, instead of doing the copy paste work and spending a lot of time, how to do the same job with no time, just sit. Keep your cursor in store detail column header. Okay. Then take this scroll bar from the right side towards down. And you can see the last row item is also visible, right? Now, kindly look at my screen and tell me, where is my cursor? Where is my cursor?
Left side.
Store details.
What is
Store
that
details
cell?
cell.
What is
Header.
that cell address? What is that cell
Six.
address?
A3.
A3.
A6.
How to find that?
So
A3
there
on
is
the
a
tab.
box fill bottom of file.
Here. This is
Yes.
called your active cell.
Yeah.
What is that?
Below.
Active cell. So you must know, being an Excel user, you must know where is your active cell. Because tomorrow when you go and learn Excel VBA macro, this cell address plays a very important role because that is your navigation point where you have to start, either towards left, right, bottom, top, where you want to move from your active cell only you can decide. So this active cell, though I have scrolled it down, but my still cursor is there in A3. Now I could see my A63 cell also, right? So I'll take my mouse pointer. I will not click it. I will take my mouse pointer only to 63 row item And when I want to select, I will hold my shift button. Pressing the shift button, if I click that cell, the whole amount of data starting from A3 to A63 in one shot, it will be selected. So this is the ideal way of selecting your non-contiguous cells. Very, very helpful. Check, able to select the entire column.
No, sir, I can't.
Okay, you can share your screen. What you're doing, let me see. Right, you have kept your cursor in 9. See, where is your cursor? Your pointer has been changed. Go up, go up. Yeah, up, up. Scroll up. Yes. Keep your cursor in A3. A3. Yeah, select A3 cell. Yes. Now scroll down. Come towards your right. Scroll down. Yeah. Now that button is there in the bottom line. There is a small button is there in the same scroll bar. In the bottom, can you see a small button is there? No, no, don't click. That's what you're doing. You don't click that. Don't click there. Don't click there. Go to A3, the very first cell of the data. Scroll up.
Yeah,
Yes, click A3.
A3, yes.
Yes, now come down. Now take your mouse pointer to last cell of that column. Don't click, don't click,
64.
don't click, don't click,
No,
don't. There you just remain there.
yeah,
A63 is the last cell of that particular column, correct?
yeah, yes,
Now press your shift button. Pressing the shift button, click A63.
yes. Okay.
So this is the way you should select your whole amount of your data. Okay, because
Yes.
control shift down arrow key will not work and you have to repeatedly do the same. So that's why I suggest go for selecting like this. Now, once you have done with this over here, just to have look at my screen, then go for control G, G for gamma, control G, G for gamma. And here, special button is there. Go for that. And you have an option called blanks. Now, when you see the blanks option and click OK, you will be finding from the entire column only the blank cells are alone in selection. Now leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, immediately go and hit equal to. You will be finding it will start typing in the first blank cell of the range. First blank cell of the range. Right? Now, just click the above cell where you have typed equal to, just click that above cell and then hit Control Enter. So when you hit Control Enter, you can notice the entire column will be filled with the respective city names, right? Now go for filter, going to vanilla powder, right click, filter, selected by cell value. So can you see now? Along with the store detail, vanilla powder related records will be shown or displayed on the screen. So this is how the time saving techniques you must follow and make your data ready. So once the data is ready, you can do all your rest of your operations.
Sir,
So can you show me this again on my screen?
Yeah.
Like,
No, delete that also. Then equal. Okay. First select.
Yes,
First
A3
select.
selected.
Then come down.
Just a second.
Then go to the last row and holding the shift button, press the last cell. No, you did not. I said
Sorry,
holding the
just a
shift
second.
button.
The shift button and press, right?
Yes. So you're leaving the shift button. See, pressing the shift button, you have to hold it and then click this cell.
Okay.
Right. Now Control G.
Control G.
Special.
Just a second.
Blanks. 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 Click OK. Leave your mouse, leave your touchpad. Immediately type equal to. Then take the above cell, one cell above. Click that cell and hit Control Enter. Right. Fine. So I believe everyone is clear what we did. So just do a immediate practice in our right side data set. Same store detail column you have to replace with the city names. Just go for it. Make a hands-on practice immediately. Any difficulties, do let me know.
Sir, if our
Mhm.
data is more, then instead of scrolling down, can we use another, or it is mandatory to scroll it down with mouse?
See, that is what data is more. That is the better option to scroll down like this because Control Shift down arrow key you cannot select when you have regular intervals some blank cells in place. See, try this. When you go for Control Shift down arrow key, it goes and stops there, right? It doesn't
Hmm.
allow you to select the whole column. So that is the reason why we are following all these operations.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Done, sir.
Yeah. Yes. So data fill, whatever we did, I believe all are clear.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, coming back to the next sheet is called sorting. So we have got two data sets, but let me take you through for the first one from the. Suppose say my boss asked me, Pravas, get me the entire employee related information. So I gave a respective T code in my system and I could generate near about 10,000 records, something like this. So data how it is of 10,000 people, like department name is there, employee name is available, date of joining is there, and salary is there in picture. Correct. Now, when I presented this entire 10,000 records to my boss, he's not quite happy. And he's saying, Prabhas, this data is of no use for me. Do one thing. Why don't you arrange the data based on the department? So why he's so particular about the department? Let's see what is the drawback in our department column. If you look at our department column, what is the first department we have?
Finance,
Second,
administration,
third,
human
HR.
resources,
fourth.
finance.
So what you have understood from this?
Couple of
Oh,
departments, not one, but there's a variety of departments over here.
Department.
But
not about one.
finance is frequently put up over here.
Not like that. Data is there, but it is jumbled, it is shuffled. It's not in a good shape. So that's why boss is expecting each and every department data has to be brought together and placed in one place. So since finance department, if you look at admin also, if you look at HR, this is completely scattered. It is not in a good shape or it's not in a uniform place, correct? So that's why boss is not happy and he's expecting we should bring it to a meaningful format. So basically, we have to arrange our data. And when you want to go for data arrangement, we have got a very beautiful tool called sorting. And sorting, how it works, it first understand your data type. If it is alphabet A to Z or Z to A, if it is a number, smallest to largest, largest to smallest, if it is a date, oldest to newest or newest to oldest, it works, right? So now, sorting, where do you find exactly? If you go to our home tab, we have got a ready-made sort and filter action over here, and we can go for custom sort. This is our location number one. If you go to data menu, here also we do have a sorting. You can take it. If you go to our data set itself, you right click. There also we do have a sort option over here called custom sort. So whichever it is comfortable for you, you can go for it. But if you ask me, I would suggest always work with keyboard shortcut. And what is that? Alt D S. And that's for data sorting. Okay. So keeping your cursor anywhere in the data, Control A and go for Alt D S. Are you getting data sorting dialog box with Alt D S? Right, people? Now, once we get this, sort by which column boss is expecting? Department. Now, department, what type of data it is holding? The text. If text is there, what should be the order? A to Z or Z to A? You can see. So now let it be A to Z only, no need to do any changes. Go on, click OK. With immediate effect, you could find the entire data. If you look at all this accounting at one place, admin at one place, HR at one place, you will be finding the results. Check it out. Are you getting the same?
Yes.
Right. So this is how basic sorting, how to do the job, that we are very clear on this, no doubt about it. But now when I presented this to my boss, he's not quite happy with that. Why? He is telling Prabhas, what I was expecting you gave it, no doubt. Then his focus has gone to the data area. So when he's looking at accounting department salary, he is finding that it is not in a good shape. So what is demanding now, Prabhas? I just want to see in each and every department, whatever the highest salary should be there, appear in the top, and whatever the lowest one, it should be there in the bottom. It should be there in the bottom. So this is what boss is expecting, and that too it should happen each and every department wise. So this is called nothing but multi-layer sorting or multi-level sorting. So how to do a multi-layer sorting? Just see, keeping your cursor anywhere in data, Control A, Alt D S. Can you see already one layer sorting department name is displayed completely? We don't need to do any changes. We don't need to do any kind of activity over there. Just simply go for in the top left corner, add label. So when you go for this add label option and click it with immediate effect, one more blank layer will be turned up. And in that blank layer, you can go for the drop down, and what boss is expecting is the salary. And salary, what type of data it is holding is the numbers. If numbers are there, what kind of order sorting will be giving? Smallest to largest, largest to smallest. What boss is expecting? Largest to smallest. Well, once you select and click OK and see the beauty, with immediate effect, you will be finding each and every department wise the highest salary in the top and the lowest one in the bottom. Check it out. Sachin Kumar, it's in the name of exactly who's this actually? Could you please identify?
Sir, it's me only from other
Okay.
device.
But why? May I know that?
I have to share my screen. That's why I have joined from other laptop also.
No problem. The same laptop you can because it's creating a lot of confusion for me.
Uh, okay.
Join from one laptop only. That was I told Manisha also. Join from one login system. Otherwise, it will be a problem for us to keep the track and record. No problem. We are allowing you to share the screen. It's not a problem. You can do that. All right. So I believe now
So
we all. Yep.
can I share my screen?
Yep. Yes, both are in salary only you have taken. See, first one, you have to go by department. Go for data sorting. Alt DS. No, not DDS. Escape, escape, escape again. Now go for Alt DS one by one. No need to press together and struggle that. Department was done. Now go for not the first one, not the first one, second one. First one you have already done with department, right? So second one only you have to choose. Salary, then order largest to smallest. And click OK. All right. So I believe all are clear.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, once we have done with this, suppose say this is what I have presented to my boss. Now my boss is happy, no doubt, but my audience is not happy. Yes, I'm presenting the same to my audience and none of the audience is happy watching the same. All right. So what's the reason why audience is not happy? Can anybody tell that? No, it is wrong. No issues.
Arrange it in the proper format.
It's
The
not in proper.
salary.
It's not in proper format.
Yeah, it is, but as in could have a comma or
Okay. Salary column numbers are not having comma. Okay. So how to get that comma? Control Shift 1. Control Shift 1. Right? Okay. Still audience is not happy.
The department name is repeating.
Okay. So what we should do for that, Sharif?
So you need to put only you need to merge all the cells for the accounting and put one name.
Okay. So here, like I select should like this, and then I should go for over here, right? Merge. Something like this. I should present it.
And we center it.
Okay, we should do the centering of that. Okay, so do you think that people would be happy if I do so? Okay, date of joining, something Rose is saying. Yes, Rose, could you please be more clear? Date of joining, what are you supposed to do with that?
Probably align it properly towards the years from the date of joining date, like from 2001 to in the order in a proper order, because it's all mixed, right?
But the salary changes, right? Yeah, they want salary from highest
See,
to low.
first of all, here further sorting is not possible. In these four columns, already two columns we have sorted. So third column sorting is not possible because if you go for date of joining while sorting again, one more layer, it has to depend upon salary column. So salary column, since it is already sorted, further sorting is
Okay.
not possible.
Okay.
Okay, right. See, I did not ask you a different or complex question over here, people. What you have learned since day one, if you focus, you have got the answer for my question. I said, my boss is happy, but my audience is not happy. What could be the reason? Did you remember we discussed something called we could have presented our data with some kind of this kind of tabular format? What do you say? We could have converted our data into table, right? So since we are not doing, people are not happy. Then this is a very huge volume of data. When you're presenting to the audience, we could have made the presentation entire department-wise salary. We could have presented each and every department-wise total salary. We could have made the presentation. Do you agree with me? Right? Now, similarly, if you look at date of joining is there, we could have added one more column naming called over here as experience of the employee. Don't you think so? Yesterday we discussed about a formula naming called date diff, and this date diff formula start date is this, comma, today formula for end date, comma, within two double inverted quote. We could have gone for Y, right? So it will be giving the experience of the employees, right? This will be a value addition, nothing else. So what we have learned, same thing we have applied, nothing new. Just give it a try, all these things. Hope you're getting what I'm saying. Fine.
Done, sir.
Yeah. So this is how people always be exploring more and try to explore something better so that people would be happy watching your presentation and your presentation will stand out of the crowd and you will be getting appreciation at your workplace. Whatever anybody can do, if you do the same, then people are not going to be happy. So as I told you in day one, we are preparing the data only for the audience. So you have to be very focused at who is my target audience and what is their expectation. So it's not necessary that whatever I have prepared, they will be happy with that. If they don't have the time to go through my data, then there's no point of presenting it. So you have to make them happy by making a precise presentation. All right. So this is how one end we have explored all these things. This is one way of presenting our data. So this is what anybody can do. What we have done so far, anybody can do. Now I am taking you through something beautiful things over here. Whatever my people are expecting, we are going to present the same, no doubt. Along with that, what else we can present as an add-on so that whoever is sitting in the audience side, they are going to be happy by watching my presentation. Let's see how to execute that. Now go to our data set towards our right side. Okay. Now keep your cursor anywhere in the data, Control A, and go for data sorting. So what is the shortcut? Alt D S. Now no more sorting by department, sorting by salary. Order, choose largest to smallest. Order, you choose largest to smallest and click OK. Confirm, did you get your first salary as 49,942?
Yes.
Right, this is our first step. All are clear with our first step? Any difficulties?
No, sir.
Right. Now, again, select your data. Then step 2 is go for converting your data into table. I told you yesterday, what is the shortcut to convert your data into table? Anybody? Control T, T for tango, T for table. So it is pretty clear, nobody has practiced. Am I right? So this is what I was telling you people, if you do not practice, you will forget everything. So there is no point of investing time and money in the training. So you have to keep practicing. Anyway, so Control T, T for tango, T for table. And the moment you go for it, the data will be converted into a proper table format. This is our step 2. Now, once you have your data in table format, I told you yesterday, you will be finding a table design. One option is activated in your ribbon, correct? In this menu, if you see, we have got a option called filter button. By default, it's on. Filter button. By default, it's on. You can deactivate that. And once you deactivate it over here, now you can notice from your entire data set, the filter button is deactivated. Okay, this is our step 3. So all are clear with up to our step 3. Any difficulties, anybody?
No, sir.
Right. Now, once it is done, then keep your cursor above to the date of joining cell, and there you name it as a total. Total. And next to the total cell, keep your cursor. Okay, equal to. There is a beautiful formula in our Microsoft Excel naming called subtotal. This is very beautiful and bit peculiar also. So what exactly over here? Let's discuss formula about. There are many more formula in subtotal itself you can notice. That's why it is bit peculiar over here. All right, not a problem. Now we need to go for a formula naming called sum. Can you see what is the number it is assigned?
9.
Right. So you can type 9 in the formula box, or you can go for double click on that sum function. Automatically that will be embedded in the subtotal formula. In the subtotal formula. Okay. And then when you go for it, we have declared some formula to be applied, but where? So put comma, then select your first salary and select the rest. Control shift down arrow key. And I told you, if you want to come back to the beginning, what is the shortcut? Control backspace and hit enter. So you'll be having a total of 29,11,878. Just check.
What if we use the formula total instead of subtotal? Because we are having the total salary, right?
Right. See, I'll tell you. There are two things over here you need to understand. So instead of just presenting there, I'll present over here. So I have taken equal to subtotal. Okay. So I have gone for 9. Okay. And then I have selected everything and I have presented my total salary. This is my total salary. Now here I'll go for a simple sum of that. Same column, I'll go for a simple sum of that. Value remains the same, no doubt. You also can notice. No need to do anything, just watch my screen. Now suppose say if I hide 2, 3 or 5 rows out of this, if I hide this, what happens? Do you see any impact on this total? Even though I hide, do you see any
No.
impact on the total? No.
No.
But now take a look. If I go for this over here, instead of 9, if I go for 109, okay? So 109 also sum only, you can see. If I go down further, 109 also sum is there. Can you see that? Right? So I'm going for 109, suppose for the time being, and I'll take the same data. Now take a look. If I go for it, and if I hide some row items out of this, now what happens? What you have made a total, this remains the same, but my subtotal, what it is showing, only for that data which is visible on the screen. Can you see that? Over here. So this is also showing over here. So that's the basic difference between your regular sum and subtotal sum. So subtotal sum from 101 to 111 category, it will be applicable only for the cells which is visible on the screen. But for the time being, if you ask me, Prabhas, we could have gone for sum. Yes, you could have gone for sum. But why I have taken you for subtotal function? Sometimes you have to go for this kind of operation when you go for creating dashboard, summary report and all. In a one-page report, you have to use the subtotal formula instead of your regular sum formula. Hope it is clear, Sarif?
Yes.
Right. Now, once we have done with this, now this data, the total salary, let's convert the same into a currency symbol. So any format to currency, just see our keypad. Can you see our numerical 4 button is containing a dollar symbol or rupee symbol, depends upon the brand of laptop. So Control Shift and 4 to convert any format to currency. I repeat, Control Shift and 4 to convert any format to currency. And when you go for it, is it ready? Whatever your default system format, it will be applied over here. If you have USD, it will show dollar. If you have INR, it will show the rupee symbol. So this is what our subtotal function we have applied and we got the total. Up to this clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, once we have done with this, the next thing, what you need to do is keep your cursor above to the total cell. Keep your cursor above to the total cell and then go to our insert. You have a shape option. Go for a rectangular shape and then draw it the way I'm doing. Just draw that. Right? Now, when you draw that shape, you can notice a shape format or format tab will be activated depending upon the version of your Microsoft Excel. And in that, you'll see in the left, we have got some ready-made designs or styles will be there. So from there, if you see the more button, it will show you different styles out of that. So you can take any style, whichever you like the most. It's up to you. There is no hard and fast rule over here. And suppose I like this, I can take that, not a problem. Okay, so it will be applied to the same color. Now, in that particular shape, you can keep the selection and go to your formula bar. And in the formula bar, type equal to. When you type equal to in the formula bar, then come to that total cell, that is 29 lakhs cell, and select it and hit enter. That value will be embedded in the shape. So selecting the shape, going to formula bar, equal to, selecting the total cell, that is 29 lakhs, and when you hit enter, that value will be populated in your shape. And once it is populated, make it bold, Control B, increase the font size, increase the font size. And how to increase? Control Shift and greater than symbol. I repeat, Control Shift and greater than symbol. When you keep hitting, then automatically it will keep on increasing the font size. If you go for Control Shift less than, it will decrease the font size. Right? Now in the total cell, if you notice in the 29 lakh cell, some unwanted zero zeros post decimal characters are there. To remove the same, you can select that cell, and how to remove it? Alt H9, Alt H9. Right? Now text, whatever we have in that shape, you can select the shape and go for Control E to make it center. If you select the shape and go for Control E, it will make your text align to the center. And since we are using high definition colorful background, the font color should be high contrast to the background. So to make it happen, go to this format again, and there is an option called text format or text fill. So when you go for text fill, choose the white color. And now, once it is done, just take that shape and cover this entire information like this. So kindly confirm once this is done.
Done, sir.
Right. How about others? Fine. Now, once we have done with this, keep your cursor in the table anywhere and go to same table design in the top extreme right. Table design is there. You have a beautiful option over here, naming called Insert Slicer. Insert Slicer. Not in the Insert tab, it's in the Table Design tab or Design tab, Insert Slicer. And once you click that, it will take you to a dialog box where you'll be finding the department checkbox is not activated. So you can activate that and click OK. So once you click OK, a box will turn up. Just hold this box and drag it and populate like this. Now, job is ready. Just see, any point of time from the audience, anybody is demanding, Prabhas, I want to see HR data. No issues. What you can do is to showcase HR data over here, click the HR name. All the HR records are available. What is the total salary of HR? It's appearing in the top. What is the highest salary of HR? In the first row item. What is the lowest salary of HR? Is the last row item. Similarly, admin, you can click a button, make it available. Anybody wish to see finance, you can click finance, all the finance data will be available. If you want to showcase both HR and admin, just go to HR, holding the control button, click admin as well. So both the departments' data will be visible. And once your data is presented, if you want to restore your data, just go for this slicer in the top right corner. We have a filter button so that you can click it and the filter will be deactivated. So this is how, when you present it, trust me, whoever is audience there, they will be very happy watching the same. Now you tell me, if you are the audience, which one you prefer to see the most, option one or option two?
Option 2.
Definitely, that will be
Option two.
anybody's, yeah, that will be anybody's choice. And trust me, when you present something like this, people, you can stand out of the crowd. Just check it out. All these things are happening. Any doubt, any queries, do let me know.
So how to select two departments at a time?
Holding the control button, select both the departments.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir, can I show you my screen? My slicer isn't working. I guess it's got to do with some setting issues.
Okay, we'll see that. That is what you are following the wrong track. I never said go to insert. I never said go to insert. Denied that. Keep your cursor in the table. First of all, where is the cursor? Your cursor should be in the table, in the right side data set. Right side data set. Manisha, right side. Towards your right, you have two data sets. One is in the left, one is in the right. There is a big gap in column G. So keep your cursor in data set number 2. Data set number 2. You are keeping outside. That is called proper placement. Now, can you see table design is activated in the top? Table design in the top, the ribbon bar, ribbon options, table design. Yes, there is one insert slicer option is there left. Insert slicer. Here you click and select department checkbox and click OK. Now take that department box towards your right side. Yeah, now from there you can operate. Any department you name, you click, that department data will be available. Hope it is working now. Yeah. Now, if you want to restore your data, top right corner, you can just click on that clear filter button and it will be displayed. All right. So this is what people, you can make your things better, how to make it better. I told you. Now, trust me, somebody is definitely going to ask a question at the end of the presentation. Everything is fine, Prabhas, but how did you get this? Because people know about Slicer. It's not something like they don't know. But they believe that slicer is possible only if you have a pivot table in place. But where we have got the slicer in a normal data, but how? Converting the data into table. So this is the reason why people are going to be happy watching your presentations. Okay. So data, sorting sheets, how to make our things better. We got the basic understanding. So kindly save all your files. And with this, we'll go for a short break. So in my system, it is 4:18. So I consider 4:20 and we'll be back by 4:30. So have a brisk and come back soon and we'll discuss the rest. So I believe everybody's back. Could you please respond in the chat box or unmute? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Fine. So now we are going to discuss about the next sheet. The name is called data visualization. Okay. So since day one, if you notice, we have discussed so many things, some functions, formulas to make our job easy. Then we saw how to make our data informative, doing some kind of statistical calculations. Then we saw how to make our data more presentable by converting the data into table. Then we saw some hidden functions of Excel. And then we saw some data analytical tool like GoalSeek, how to use. Then we have discussed about how to clean our data, various different actions, how to use the same depending upon the situations and make our data clean. Then we saw how to present our data differently so that people would be happy watching the same. So more or less kind of a dashboard kind of feeling, how to give it to our data. We have seen that. So now we are going to discuss about how to present our data having the some visuals in place. Now, why we need to go for visuals? When you have the numbers in place that is easy to interpret, easy to read, then why we need a help of a visual? So when it comes to our visuals, what is the first thing that comes to us in our mind is the charts and graphs, isn't it? If suppose somebody is asking us to present our data in the visual form, we go for line graph or pie graph, we go for bar diagram, or we go for uh, column graph over there. So this is what we think. So one thing I would like to make it clear, we are not going to use charts and graphs over here. So if you're not using charts and graphs, then how to present it visually? That is what the beauty. So now let's see over here, situation one, product wise, we have got how much revenue we have got it, that list is there. Now this data, how to give a add-on over there as a visual, let's see. So keep your cursor next to USD cell and go for naming it as visual. Expand the column. Okay. Now select your visual cell and immediately go for equal to and take the reference from the left and hit Control Enter. So when you hit Control Enter, your visual column data will be populated. So kindly confirm once your data is ready.
So how do I apply this for all the numbers?
Just take a selection of the entire visual column. Leave your mouse, leave your touchpad, go for equal to, take the reference from the left and hit Control Enter.
Okay.
Is it ready? The data is ready.
Yeah.
Now, once this is done, having the selection with the visual column, going to our home tab, conditional formatting. A beautiful options we have in the home tab, conditional formatting. And within that, if you see, there is an option called data bars. And when you go to data bars, it opens with two broad categories, naming called gradient fill and solid fill. So you can take any style you like out of this. So if you ask me, I would prefer to go for this light blue data bar. Now, when you go for this, you can notice a beautiful impressions coming up, or more or less kind of a bar graph we have created gives a feeling, right? Now, how it is different from a bar graph? See, if you create a bar chart out of this data, the data will be in one location and the bar chart will be another location. But here, the bars are exclusively applied on the cells. Advantage number one. Advantage number two, when you prepare a bar diagram out of this data, it will make your Excel file size bit heavy because charts occupies a lot of space. But here, the bars are hardly occupying some space in KBs. So this is what the beauty, along with the data, when you give so this kind of add-on, it will turn your boring presentations into a beautiful infographic presentation. So this is what hotcake in the market nowadays, and that's called infographic presentation. Where it is available, these options in the home tab, option name, conditional formatting, and feature name is data bars. Just check it out. Is it working? Any doubt, any queries so far?
It's done, sir.
Right. How about others? Fine. Now, once we have done with this, stay focused. Whatever we have done so far, anybody can do that. It's not a big deal. So now the time has come to discuss how to make our presentation different from others. Just see, select all this visual column, whatever you have applied, and then go to Home tab, Conditional Formatting. Remember one thing, whenever you apply any kind of conditional formatting, if you want to see the backstage view, what exactly you had applied with, you must go for the option naming called Manage Rules. And when you go for this Manage Rules option, it will take you to your dialog box, something like this, where you have an option called Edit Rule. So when you go to the Edit Rule option out of this, then it will take you through the backstage view of your conditional formatting. So if you want to change the color of the bars, you can do that. If you want to fill the something different, say gradient or solid fill, you can do that. If you want to go for some application of borders to those bars, you can do that. All these options you have in this place. Now here, one more beautiful option we have, naming called show bar only. One checkbox is there, and you can notice this is not activated. You can activate that. And once you activate, click OK. With immediate effect, click OK, and you'll be finding one column having your statistical data, the other column having the mere visuals. Looks cool. So we have made all these things where?
So
In
can you once again show it?
selecting everything, the visual, going to Home tab, conditional formatting, manage rules, edit rule, and there you got to select this show bar only. Hope it is working.
Yes, sir.
Right. So as I told, where did you do this? We did in our Microsoft Excel, where people will be demanding it in PowerPoint. So since we have made the things better in Excel, just watch my screen. No need to do anything. Just watch my screen. If people are demanding in PowerPoint, I just simply need to go for right click and there I have to paste as an image. And once this is done over here, I can just diagonally go for this up to what extent I can keep it over here. I'll take it, right? Now, when I'm going to present it, definitely people would be happy watching my presentation since over here we have got this add-on. So this is called nothing but your infographic presentation. So nowadays, if you see any big force presentations, McKinsey & Co, Bain and Company, the Boston Consulting Group, the renowned firms presentations, it is filled with all this kind of visuals. So not only in PowerPoint, nowadays people have more expectations in Excel itself. So that's the reason why when you do the things better in Excel, hardly you need to struggle in PowerPoint. So hope it is clear what we did. So any queries, any difficulties from anybody?
No, sir.
Right. Now take a look at my screen over here. As I told you in day one, nowadays, our audience is having a different level of expectation. When you present your data as it is, nobody likes it. Hence, what people are expecting, that you should present your data in such a way that the data should tell a beautiful story to the people. So how to present our data in a beautiful story format? Let's see. Select your product and USD completely, including the headers, and go for data sorting. Go for data sorting. And when you go to the data sorting, sort by, you should choose USD, and order, you should make it as largest to smallest. And once you click OK, now see the beauty. What happens? Easy to express. So whoever is watching, they can make out from category 12, we got the maximum revenue. And from category 4, we got the least revenue. So even though a layman is also sitting, he can make out what I'm trying to present. Even if in my absence, anybody from my teammate is presenting, people are not going to struggle. And since we have made the things better in Excel, if necessary, I can carry the same to PowerPoint and make a beautiful presentation. Just see how. And when I'm going to present it to the audience, definitely they're going to be happy watching the same. So which one people prefer to see? If you are there in the audience side, you just look and tell me option 1 or option 2.
Option 2.
Definitely. So this is how people, small things makes a huge impact. Nobody will demand for all these things, but if you present it, definitely your presentation would be better compared to others. So this is the story of our scenario 1. Just check it out. All these things are working. Any difficulties in understanding or any queries or doubts, feel free to ask. All right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Ruchi, Jyoti, how about you? Ninab, Sharif, is it clear? Anisha?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, it's not
Sure, but
audible.
I missed the visual this graph thing.
Okay, you can share your screen.
Just a second. Hello.
Yeah, you can share your screen. That's what I'm saying. Yes, anybody is willing to help Manisha? What we did?
Yes, sir. I will do.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. So
Uh,
Manisha, you can follow.
First, select the whole range.
We are not working
Then
there, Manisha. Manisha, you are situation one, not in situation two.
go to Home tab, conditional formatting. Then data bars. Then you can select anything.
Sorry, what is the data?
Yeah, I want to
Sorry,
say.
first select the copy the whole thing.
Okay.
Then is equal to B4.
B
No, no, not there. Down.
for this.
No. What is your cell number? I think it's B7.
It's B7. Yes, yes.
Yeah. There you write visuals.
Oh, okay, just a second.
Yeah. Then we go to B7. So am I correct?
Yep. After that, what?
Then control
Con-
enter.
Right. Control enter.
Yeah.
Then
Yes, it's done. Then if you want only the visuals, then go to home tab.
check,
Uh-huh.
check. Where is the selection? First, check.
Yeah, first you have to select that whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. And
And
wait, manage rules.
yeah, I also forgot. Wait. So can you help?
Yeah, edit rule. Edit rule. Edit rule. You are going for new rule, Manisha. Edit rule. One option is there. So we are
Edit rule.
trying to exist. Edit rule existing. Yes. Show bar only. Click OK.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again, click OK. And you will be having only the bars in place. Now, to present our data in a storytelling format, you should select product and USD completely, including the headers.
Okay.
Product and USD, including the headers completely. Include product and USD only, not the visuals. And go for data sorting. What is the
Over
shortcut for
here.
data sorting?
Where is data sorting?
That's what I am asking. What is the shortcut for data sorting? We
Uh,
discussed in the
Alt
previous
D.
Excel sheet,
Alt
right?
Alt
DS.
DS.
Right. Go for
Yes.
it. Alt D S. D for data, S for sorting.
DS. It's not happening. Alt DS.
Just go for right click up on the same select. Select this. You have already changed the header. That is your product column, DSS. It is showing the header products.
Or D S.
Wait. In editing mode, it will not work. What you're doing, try to focus on that. First, keep your cursor in A6 and change the header. You have selected everything. Just change the header only. A6. Keep your cursor and change the header to products. Just type products. Yes, enter. Then select including products and USD complete both the columns. Yeah, now go for Alt D S one by one. How did it come then? Sort by USD. Then order largest to smallest.
Thank you.
Right? Yeah, this is what we did. All right, so let me take the control back on the screen again. So here we have understood how to use this conditional formatting data bar rules and present it. Now, please stay focused for 1 minute on my screen. See, these visuals, if you look at, it seems always it starts from the left and it is moving towards right. Do you agree? Starting from the left, it is moving towards right. Do you agree?
Yes.
And why is this pattern? Because our data, if you look at, this is there in a positive terms or the values. What if I have a negative value? I, I mean, we know ideally it should be turning the direction from right to left. What if it is negative value and direction is changing? What kind of colorful applications you want to see in the bars? Of course, we prefer to see in the red color. Now let's see, if I go to my category 3 over here and I choose something negative, say I type something negative, -4500, can you see? Automatically, it is changing the pattern and applying the formatting over there. So that's what the beauty of your data bar style. Check it out. Is it working? Just change from USD one negative value type over there.
Yes, sir.
So this is what the beauty of your data bars, and try to present it along with your data. Trust me, nobody will be demanding for all these things. But when you present it, people will be very happy and they will appreciate your work, what you're presenting there. Okay. Now we'll go for over here, situation number 2. So let's see what else or what are the other visual tools we have so that we can make it our or make our presentation more meaningful. So keep your cursor, same product USD is there. Keep your cursor next to USD and type it over there, naming called visual. Expand the column. Now, select your USD column data only, not the header. Select USD column data only. Then go to insert, and then you'll be finding there is a group called sparkline where 3 different types of sparklines will be there. I repeat, selecting the USD column data, going to insert, somewhere in the middle, you'll be finding there are 3 different types of sparklines are there. Line, column, window loss, able to see, all of you?
Yes.
Sir, I can't see spark lines over here, but it
What you have?
shows I'll show you what it's.
No, you just tell me. You just tell me
Uh,
what is there. No, don't show me. Don't show me. You just tell me. Look at your screen and tell me what you have in insert menu. When you go in the center, what you have.
I have recommended charts.
After that, towards your
I
right,
and insert column or bar chart, and then
go
2D,
towards your right.
3D,
Go towards right. 2D, 3D. Then what is that next?
then review under review. Sorry, tree map, sunburst.
No. In the insert itself, when you go to insert, in insert, what is the first option you see?
I see pivot table, recommended pivot tables, charts, nothing
Go on, go
else.
on, go on towards your right. Go on.
Maps, pivot chart, 3D map, line.
Just immediate. After 3D
Yeah,
map,
yeah.
what do you see?
Line spark.
Uh, lines,
Yes, sir.
nothing else.
Line, spark line.
That is
And then
what lines,
columns.
line, column, win or loss, three different types of spark
Yes.
lines you see. That is what we are discussing.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'm taking control back on the screen, selecting this, going to insert. In the sparkline group, there are three different types of sparkline. All of you are getting that now? Right.
Yes, sir.
So now go to column sparkline. So the column option is there. So just click on that column sparkline. And when you click that column sparkline, you will be finding a dialog box is going to come, and this is going to demand where is the data? Data is already on the selection. Then it is asking where is the location you want to present it as a sparkline. Our visual column first cell you select. And once you select our visual column first cell and hit enter, then automatically you'll be finding some kind of visual impressions will be coming up in our visual column, but that is not so clear. So what you can do along with that cell, kindly select the rest. Don't drag it. If you drag, meaning will be different. So go for selecting the cells along with the first one and merge them. So how to go to merge cells? You can go to home. We have a merge and center, and there you should go for merge. So now what kind of feel you are getting? As if more or less, is it seeming a column chart we have created? So where it is, insert sparklines, and within that column sparkline. Kindly confirm all of you are ready with this. Got the understanding where this sparkline option is there
Yes,
and
sir.
how to use that. Any difficulties, any queries?
So if we have to add these USD numbers in that chart, then
We cannot,
okay.
because those operations you can do it only if you have a charts in place. These are just only visuals purpose you can use. You cannot add data labels. You cannot have access title, legends, nothing can be done.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. And as I told you, when you are presenting your data with the visuals, make sure your data speaks a beautiful story. So what we can do, product and USD column, both we can select, including the headers, and we can go for data sorting. Sort by USD column and order you change largest to smallest. And when you go and click it, okay, everything will be fine. So the highest column is nothing but category 12, the maximum revenue. The lowest column is nothing but category 4, the least revenue you can make out. So this has got one more type of visuals called sparkline people. You can make it also that. People will love to see something different.
Done, sir.
Yeah. How about others? Anybody is facing any trouble? All right. Now take a look. If you expect something more on this, or people may ask you that to us, can you make it something different? Yes, we can add some more sophistication, like the maximum column we can turn into green and the least column you can turn into red. That can be done. How? Just see. Selecting the visual, if you see there is a sparkline tab is activated in the top. And there we have got two options over here called marker color and line color. Over here, sparkline color and marker color. Yeah, two options are there. So go to the below one, and that is what called marker color. So when you go for marker color over here, then high point you can choose turn into green, green, and again going to your marker color low point you can turn into red. So based on that, the formatting pattern will be applied.
Done, sir.
Now, if you look at the column chart, how is the directions of the columns? From the axis, it always goes up because all the places value is positive. What if we have a negative value at any point of time? We know the column will be below to the axis. And if you have some negative, then what should be the color of that particular column? We know it has to be red. Let's go and check it out. Category 3, suppose I have got some negative values over here. Is it changing the pattern? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, if I go and add one more group, one more negative value, say 7,500. Now, what happens? Only the negative value which is having more, that alone is turning into red, but the other negative values, it is still in having the same color. So this is going to create a lot of confusion in the audience mind. So audience will be asking a question. To us, let us very simple, make it. If it is negative, all the negative columns should be in red color. Why it is showing two different colors? So how to make it happen? Just see. If I go to my Sparkline and Sparkline tab is there, yes. Then we have an option called low point. This I can deactivate. And then just exactly below, you can see a negative points over here that I can activate. Now you see whatever the negative values were there, is it turning into red? So this is how people, when you present it effectively to the audience, people will love to see that. And definitely people will be asking question, how did you do this? And that's what we want. And another beauty of doing all these things is it is not going to occupy a lot of space from your file. Check it out. All these things are happening. Any doubt, any queries from anybody?
Done, sir.
How about others? Fine. So situation 2, we all are clear. Now we'll proceed to situation 3. So when you have some historical data in place, how to present it effectively, we are going to see that. So we have got product wise 2019, how much revenue we have made, and 2020 also we have got in place. Now how to present it effectively. So what you can do is just go to next to 2020 and type the column name as growth. And the next one, type the column name as visual. So create those two columns.
Done.
Now, growth column. What should be the formula of growth column? Anybody? Now you got at least that much of knowledge.
Row K minus row J.
Simple. Equal to 2020 minus
Okay, yeah.
2019. So current year minus previous year. And now control enter. You got your growth column ready, right? Similarly, go to our visual column, okay, and hit equal to and take the reference from the growth column and hit control enter. So this is how people, you can notice we got our growth column ready. We got our visual column ready. So kindly confirm once both the columns are ready.
Yes, sir.
Now, take a look. This visual column data will select what are the other visual tools we have. Let's go and discuss. Going to home, conditional formatting, you got a very beautiful option called icon sets. And when you go for icon sets, it opens with four broad categories like directionals, shapes, indicators, and ratings. Now, whichever style you believe it is more suitable to your data, you can take it, but don't make it overloaded or don't just take creating some kind of multiple images or multiple styles. So always maintain some uniform pattern. Okay. So it's up to you. There is no hard and fast rule. You can take whichever you like the most. So I'll go for first option that is directional. Three different arrow keys are there: green, yellow, and red. So I'll take that. Now automatically you'll be finding these arrow keys options will be embedded in the cells, right? Now, no doubt the data looks good, but what is that story it speaks about? Let's discuss. If you look at our green color columns or the icons, it shows that compared to last year, this year volume is increasing. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
If you see the red colored icons, the down arrow key symbols, what do you believe on that? What kind of message you are getting? Compared to last year, this year volume is decreasing. Do you agree with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, how about these yellow color arrow keys? What are they?
There is no growth. Value is same.
Growth is less than 1,000.
So if the growth is more than 1,000 means, so for this data, you believe it is growth is less than 1,000. That's why it is appearing.
No,
But
no, this one.
right.
It's
So here, try to understand one concept. We are unable to make it out what kind of logic is being applied. See, when you go for green color up arrow key without having second thought, you could tell me that compared to last year, this year increasing. Red color compared to last year, this year decreasing. Similarly, with the same speed, did you ever express me these yellow color symbols? No. So here, simple question turns out how this yellow color symbol can be positive and negative as well. Both the cases it is appearing. Wherever it is positive, wherever it is negative also. So this is what the first confusion point. Rest of things is separate. People are going to ask this kind of basic questions to you. So what we have understood over here, people, that any point of time, this kind of icon set rule, we cannot apply as it is, first of all. So here we need to little bit customize the rule. Now, how to customize this rule, I'll tell you. Just see. This entire visuals, you can select and go to our home tab, conditional formatting, and manage rules. So I told you that whenever you happen to see the backend rule of our conditional formatting, we must go for our manage rules. Then go for edit rule. In the dialog box, go for edit rule. Now, this is the place where you have to do all your operation. Just see. In this, if you look at data type, it shows percent, but in our case, the data is there in numbers. So first you change this percent to number. Then second one, again, this is showing as our percent, but technically our data is in number. That also we change it. Now, once you change this number, you can see the very first rule. It says that the green color icon will be applied when value is greater than equal to 0. We don't want greater than equal to 0. It should be only greater than. And the rest of rules, Excel is smart enough to understand and it will set it for us. We don't need to go and keep on changing the same. Now, once this is done, go to this show icon only. The option is not activated. You can activate that. And then once you click OK, again click OK, you'll be finding a beautiful rules. Only two rules, green and red. No yellow color symbol because there is no such kind of places for a particular product. The value should remain the same across all these, right? So if you go and do the test, category 4, whatever the value in 2019 is there, if you want to apply it over here 2020, is it showing the yellow color arrow key? Just see. So go and check it out again. Home tab, conditional formatting, manage rules, edit rule. So when value is greater than equal to instead of greater than, that is what it has missed out. Yeah. So instead of when the value is greater than equal to 0, we should make it only greater than 0. And then click OK. Click OK. And now this is ready. So how to customize this kind of icon set rules? We have got that.
Yes, sir.
So this is again one more type of infographic presentations, people. So whenever there's a need, you can make use of that. How to edit it, customize it, that also we have seen. Any doubt, any queries from anybody?
No, sir.
How about others? Clear? Fine. So these are the different visual tools, people. We have data bars, spark lines, icon sets. So whenever there is a need, you can make use of the same. And definitely you can make your presentation better compared to others. And this is what nowadays being popular in our corporate reports as well. So can I take that? All are clear? Sharif, Jyoti, Ninav, Ruchi,
Yes.
Archana. Okay, Manisha, what is the status?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Now we are going to discuss our most important functions of our Excel, naming called VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Okay. Before proceeding further with our functions or formulas, I would like to know if at all anybody who doesn't know what is VLOOKUP, please raise the hand. Okay, Manisha, Rose, and Siley. Three. So can I take that rest of our six friends, they're aware of what is VLOOKUP? Mhm. Okay, Nina is saying basic understanding. Fine. Archana is saying yes. Fine, great. So Archana, would you mind helping our rest of five friends, those who are not aware of VLOOKUP, would you mind explaining them?
Actually, sir, I cannot explain, but daily we are working on that. Means, for data, daily we are using VLOOKUP formula.
Okay. So in that case, what is the point of having the knowledge when I cannot explain to someone? Suppose tomorrow you will be leading a team and anybody, a new joinee will be there in your team and he will ask you, ma'am, could you please explain me what is VLOOKUP? I'm completely unaware of that. What do you say? Anyway,
Means
no
how it
problem.
works, I know, but I cannot
Mhm.
explain like you actually.
Forget about, don't compare with me. See, that's if that is the case, then why you will be coming to me? You will be also be coming to me, right? See, I'm not just asking in that way. If you know, can you explain? My question is very simple. Anyway, no problem. So here the moral of the story, why I ask this question, people, learn in such a way you could explain someone, you can transfer that knowledge to someone. Just for your knowledge purpose, your sake of understanding purpose, if you learn and you can't explain, there is no point. That's what my understanding. Because knowledge is something is meant to be shared. Okay. But anyway, those who are not clear with our VLOOKUP, let me first help them. And let us first come to the equal page. Then we'll slowly climb up the ladder and increase our next complex situations, how to solve the equations we are going to understand. Yes, Roj, you can down the your lower your hand, not a problem. I have understood. Now, coming back to our VLOOKUP. So first of all, why we need VLOOKUP? V stands for vertical. So whenever you want to search your records, okay, in a different Excel file or different Excel sheet, then instead of doing the control F for number of times, you can simply go for VLOOKUP and search your data. So VLOOKUP purpose, the first thing is the data has to be in vertical format. Okay, so this is the rule. Now take a look. We have got a list of brands and along with that rates is there. Consider this is your master data or parent data or vendor's data. Assume anything. Now in my workplace, I have got a list of brands. This is my data or child data. Anything you can read this. I just want to know what is the rates over there in the master data is available corresponding to those brands. And I need to populate those data over here. All right. So what we need to do, is it clear? Because the concept has to be clear. Do not by heart the formulas. That's why I'm explaining all these things. Okay. Take a look. So we have got the list of brands. We need to check whether in the parent data or the master data, those brands are there. If yes, then the rate column data has to be populated over here. So what we can do over here, let's see. We can go for is equal to VLOOKUP. What it demands? Lookup value. So lookup value is nothing but in our child data what we have with us. So we have got a sub brand to search. So that becomes my lookup value. Come on. What's next? Table array. So taking this data, where to search? Where to search? So in that case, over here, this is the area where to search. in our parent data or master data. So what is table array? I believe it's clear. Comma. Column index number, COL, stands for column index number. So what is this column index number meaning and how to define that? Just see. When it is asking column index number, I should just take one over here input from the left. Just see. If I go for my lookup value, it is changing the color to blue color. When I go for table array, it is changing the color again to right. So if I go and look at my lookup value, is it changing the color into blue? Yes. If I go for our table array, can you see again it is changing the color to maroon and same color it has been applied as a border. So why Excel is doing all this kind of setups? It could have been given one particular uniform color just to make you understand it is doing. So what kind of understanding we should have? Like when I go for table array in this border area, how many columns are there? How many? In this border area, how many columns are there? Just watch my screen. Watch my screen and tell me in this border area, how many columns are there?
2 columns.
Two columns. Right. How do you read your data in Excel? Left to right or right to left?
Left to right.
Right. So what is our leftmost column in that border area?
C.
So you should not read by the column header. I told you, right? You should confine to your border area only. Don't read by
Brand.
column header. Don't read by the row headers. So first
Brand.
row is brand. Brand is there already with us. What I am looking for is
Rate.
rate. Rate is in which column in that border area?
Right side.
So right side in the sense, what does it mean? Which is the number?
Second column.
Number 2. So rate is in second column because brand is the first column, rate is the second column. So we need to go and define over here as 2, comma. Now, what it is asking? True, false, approximate match, exact match, range lookup, lot of things it is asking and quite confusing also. So forget about this. Just remember one thing, VLOOKUP always ends up with 0. So now what is the significance of typing 0 over here? See, 0 is nothing but to make it happen as one-to-one match or exact match. Now what is going to happen by one-to-one match? Just see. In our data over here, we will be getting, I'll tell you, this ACER value, lookup value. What is the spelling? ACER. Is it there as it is? Yes. That makes your connection that one-to-one match. If this is matched, then only column number 2 data will be picked up. If your data is not matched or story is different, then definitely things will not work and it will not fetch the results for me. So this is how we got our VLOOKUP ready. And what is the meaning by 0 as one-to-one match? We got the basic understanding. Now formula is ready only for a cell. Need to apply for rest. So when I go for double click on the fill handle, my formula is giving the answer. But the problem is some cases it doesn't just give the values. Which are the cases? Like Dell, Samsung, Toshiba, it doesn't pick up the value. Right? Now, why it is happening something like this? Why only 3 brands they don't pick up the rates? So just check it out. Dell, Samsung, Toshiba, is it not there in our parent data? All are there. Then what is happening? Just see. If I go to Dell formula, can you see when I copy this formula down, this area also moving down, that maroon color border is also moving. Right? Even I go further, Samsung down, this goes down, this maroon color border is still moving further down. So this is the reason why people, though I'm working with our first product or the last product, we have to go for same range only. Range should not move. So how to rectify? We have seen that yesterday. So selecting the data and going for which area is creating a trouble, C6 to D16. That we have to go and take this and lock it by hitting F4. Formula is ready only with one cell, but I need to apply for rest. Okay, what is the shortcut? Over here, Control Enter, and we got the records ready. So this is how people, whenever there is a need, how to apply our formula naming called VLOOKUP, we got the clarity. So give it a try and check it's working. Any doubt, any queries, feel free to ask. This is one of the essential formula in a routine activities. People, if you are a core user of Excel, there will no single day will pass unless until you use your VLOOKUP formula.
Hello.
Yep.
Hello, Prabhas Ruchi here. Can you please explain again?
Yeah,
If you
what is
say,
that? Yeah,
ah,
what is that you missing? I explained four
I
elements.
just started. Yes, I was checking that, but once I'm doing it now, so it's not coming like. So I put it
Okay.
equals to VLOOKUP, then bracket, then what?
You can share your screen. You can share your screen. Let me see what is missing.
Abhi I've just started. I'll share it.
Yep.
Wait, minute. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. So Abhi, it is VLOOKUP, then value we need to put, right? Lookup value.
Yeah, lookup value. What is that understanding you have? First tell me, then you put.
You want the rates, no?
No, I am looking for the rates, but what formula is asking? That is what you need to understand. Formula is asking lookup value. What is the meaning
Correct.
by lookup value?
That is what I want to understand again.
Lookup value is nothing but what you have with you to search. So you have your own brand. What is the first brand of yours?
Acer, right?
That you have to select as a lookup value, which is there in your left.
Okay.
Right. Comma.
Comma.
Now,
Yes.
what it is asking, read the formula again.
It's lookup value, then table array, right?
Table array. So table array is what is the meaning by table array? You have understood.
The table
Where
array
to
is
search? Where to search? Where is your parent data? Where to search?
this column, na? That rate, no?
No. Your data starts from brand. So you have to select from brand, and what
Okay.
you are looking for is the rate. So you have to
Correct.
finish with rate. Starting
Okay.
from brand, finish with rate.
So I have to select
The entire range.
is that?
Towards your right as well?
Correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Then it is comma column index number, correct?
Yeah. So
Okay.
column index number, what is that understanding? You first you tell me. First you tell me, then you go and apply.
You only tell me.
No, I explained everything. Did you
I was
there?
there, you know. I was there. I was checking only.
Okay. Now, what did I say? You have to go one step back. In this border area, the table array, when you define, can you see it is changing the color as maroon color? Can you see
Correct.
this?
Yes.
Right. So I
Yes.
explained the border area is a maroon color border is there. In that border area, how many columns are there?
2.
Right. How do you read your data? Left to right or right
Left
to
to
left?
right. Left to
So
right.
what is the leftmost column in that border area?
Brand, no?
That is your column number 1. You have to
Correct.
read like this. Now,
Okay.
next to brand, what do you have?
Column number 2, that is right.
Yes. So you have to write column number 2 because you are looking for rate. So
Acha, I
just
have to
write
write
number
right
2.
2. Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Then
Okay.
comma,
Mhm. Mhm.
you have to finish the formula with 0. So significance of 0 is nothing but 1-to-1 match or exact match. So if you have
Correct.
ACER, if it is there ACER, then only it will pick the value from column number 2. Now bracket close.
Okay.
And VLOOKUP formula is ready. Now hit enter. So you
Correct.
got your first value, ACER purpose value. Now same you have to apply for rest. So double
Correct.
click on that drag button. Double click on that drag button.
Here, no?
Yes. Now you can
Yes.
notice del, it is not picking the value. Check whether
Correct.
del is there or not,
Yeah, it's there. All
but
3
it
are
doesn't pick
there.
the value. Yeah, but it is not picking the value.
Correct.
So
Correct.
keep your
I
cursor in
guess we
del.
need to log, huh? Yes, please tell.
Yeah, keep your cursor in del answer. Del answer.
Yes.
Yeah, go for F2 or function F2 to open the
Yes.
cell. Now, can you see
Yes.
that border area is moving? Can you see from the left side, the border area is moving?
Correct. Correct.
So this is the
It is
problem.
it is
So
not
when
picking
you
up
copy,
Samsung and Dell, right?
yeah, that is what it is moving.
Mm-hmm.
That means in Excel language, the range is moving. So
Correct.
though I am looking for Acer or Toshiba, the
Mm-hmm.
range should be constant. Range should not
Correct.
move. So
Right.
we have to rectify our formula. So go for escape.
Okay.
Now select from top to bottom your solution area. Control Shift down arrow key
Mm.
and go for F2.
Mm.
And that maroon range only select in the formula and lock it by hitting F4. And then
Done. Yes.
formula is rectified only with one cell. Need to apply for rest. Control Enter.
Control enter. Yes. Thank you so much. Got
Yeah,
it. Yes.
no problem.
Thank you.
All right. So I believe people all are clear with our VLOOKUP formula.
I
Those who
guess
were not,
everyone will be clear now.
okay, no
It will
issues.
be clear to them.
That's why we are
Thank,
just having a group discussion.
thank you so much. Yes.
No problem. Yes, Rose, how about your status? Is it clear?
I
Archana,
actually
now,
have a
yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah, Rose.
It's clear.
yeah. The thing
Okay.
is, I am not able to lock the thing. How do you lock it? See, I got the formula.
You can
When
share the screen.
I,
You can share the screen. You can share
one
the
minute,
screen. Yeah.
1 minute. I am looking for this. How do I share the screen?
Yeah, you have a screen sharing option. See, on my screen, there is a
Mhm.
screen sharing option next to the mic you will be having.
Okay, okay, okay.
And share your entire screen or entire desktop.
See, I have the formula here.
Oh, no, no, it is not shared.
It's not shared. 1
No.
minute. Can you see my screen?
No, click on share and then click on screen.
Okay, click on share, then okay. Is it visible?
Not yet.
Okay, what am I doing wrong?
No, no.
Okay, after
Next
next
to
to the mic.
next to the
Yeah, this is
just follow my instruction. Next to the mic,
Sure.
you have a screen sharing option. Is there? Share
say
screen.
share.
Share. Just go for that. When you click that,
Okay.
what you see? What you see on your screen? When you just click it, what you see the first option?
First option. I'm able to see your screen actually.
No, 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 no.
Mm-hmm.
See, now you do. I have stopped sharing. You do your screen. On your screen, next to the mic,
Okay, click on
do you
share.
see the share button?
Yeah.
Click on that share button. If you click
Okay.
the share button, what you see the very first option when you click that?
It says a window entire screen.
Go for entire screen.
Okay. Then share screen again.
No, no, no. When you go for that entire screen, if you click it, the screen should start sharing.
Are you able
Yes.
to see now?
Yes, now it is shared.
Okay, here. Yeah, now I'm just having a problem. How do I
Mhm.
lock this?
Right, you select first top to bottom, Control Shift down arrow key.
Okay.
Right. Now go for F2. Press F2.
Okay.
The top line F2. No, don't take your cursor here and there. Just leave the cursor. I'm just telling you on your keypad, press
I pressed
F2.
F2.
Fine, it's not working. So go for function with F2, FN key with F2. No, no, no. Select everything. Select everything.
Okay. Okay.
FN key. See, forget about the screen now. Just watch your keyboard. In keyboard,
Okay.
in the bottom line towards your left, do you see a FN keys there?
Yeah, function key.
FN. That's what.
Yeah.
Function with F2. You have to press together. Function with
Okay.
F2.
Not F2. It's F. Okay, you are saying.
Function key and F2, right? Together.
Yeah, both press together.
I
Okay,
did.
fine. Just go for F2 only. Are you using F2 or which button?
Okay, now I think now it's working.
That is what. So select
So
that
how do I
particular
lock
area. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. After selecting
Okay.
this, go for F4. Press F4.
Okay,
Can you
fine.
see now it is locked?
Yeah, I got
So
that.
your buttons are the direct buttons. You don't need to go for function and all. Now formula is rectified only with one cell. Need to apply for rest. Control Enter. You got that.
Okay, I got.
So all those
Thank
things
you.
you have to practice. Yeah, no problem.
Sure.
All right. So I believe everyone is clear now with our VLOOKUP function, people. So
I have
Archana,
one
now,
doubt.
yeah, ask me.
Actually, see here there are only two columns. So we know that the second column which needs to be picked up. So
Right.
what in case we have 25 columns and we are picking something around 13th column, we cannot go ahead and count, right?
Yeah, you don't need to count. Just see. I'll tell you simple thing. When you go for VLOOKUP, watch my screen. No need to do anything.
Yeah.
I take my lookup value. When I go for taking my data over here, start looking. Can you see it is showing me one
Yes.
row, one column, or two column? It is showing me already, correct?
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
if I have got 20 column, I can see in which column I have to stop. So if I have reached to red column, so now I can realize, okay, it's taking this data, I have to stop in second column. So I can select everything. Now I can go for locking the same, comma 2. Simple. We don't need to just make a count of that. While selecting it itself, you can go for that and remember the number, and then you can define the column index number.
Okay, that number needs to be entered manually only. We cannot.
Yes. You have to
Okay.
manually only enter. It will not come automatically. You have to manually enter.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Yeah. All right. So I
One more
believe
thing,
now. Yeah.
just a second.
So
Mhm.
when we select that number manually, it has to be the rightest number or column, or is that we can have the mid one as well? Say for example, we have 5, 6 columns.
Okay, you have 5, 6 columns. Fine.
Right.
We need to stop at the column where we want, which
Where
column we need to
where
pick.
your desired output, where your desired output is there, that column you have to stop. Even though you have got 200 columns, you don't need to go and select the 200 columns.
Well, that has
Where,
to be the last column, right?
yeah, you can take it in that way. The desired column should be your last column. When you
Okay.
start selecting from left to right, when you move, the
Hmm.
desired column should be the last column.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Any other doubts before proceeding further? Great. So now can I take that all are clear with our VLOOKUP formula?
Yes.
Archana, now can you explain someone, any of your teammates, if they come up with the idea that they don't know what is VLOOKUP, can you explain them?
Yes, sir.
Good. Fine. Now let's go and discuss about another function naming called HLOOKUP. So when your data is not there in vertical format, if your data is there in horizontal format, Excel has got another lookup function naming called horizontal lookup. Rest of logics are same, just like your VLOOKUP only. In place of V, we have to go for H. In place of column index number, we have to go for row index number. Rest of logic same. So let's see, we have got a data. So first watch my screen. We have got two row items over here. Consider this is your parent data having brands with the rates. Having brands with the rates. Okay. Now below to that, we have got our own data where only the brands are there and corresponding rate we need to populate by looking at our parent data. Now how to work with it, just say. As I told you, we have developed the practice. First, we'll select the area where we want our solution. I'll go for it equal to HLOOKUP. Now kindly look at my screen, what it demands, lookup value. VLOOKUP also asks for lookup value, and we discussed what is the meaning by lookup value. Anybody? We discussed that.
Which field data we require.
Samsung.
Which
What we are
data?
looking for.
Which? No, no. What not we are looking at? What we have with us to search? We have got our first brand. What is that?
Brand.
Answer to search, right? This is called lookup value. Comma. Table array. I told you where to search the parent data. We can start selecting from brand or we can start selecting from Samsung. So it's not mandatory. I should take the header into consideration in my array. So I can select from Samsung, I can select from brand. So let me take it from brand and both these rows, I'll take it over here. Then I told you, you have to go for over here, control backspace. Now this array, whatever I am designing as a table array, the value to be looked at. Now when I copy this formula towards right, this array is going to move right. Do you agree? Like VLOOKUP, when we copy the formula down, array was moving down, table array was moving down. Later we went for locking the same. Similarly, when we go for horizontally applying the formula, this array is going to move down, move right, isn't it? So we have to stop moving that. How to stop moving it? We go for F4 or function F4 depends upon your brand of your laptop or keyboard behavior. Now what it is asking? Row index number. What VLOOKUP was asking? Column index number. So there, since the data was in vertical format, it was asking column number. Since the data is in row format, so I told you how to consider the column index number, taking one step back. So look at your border area. In this maroon color border, how many rows we have? We have got two rows. How do you read your data? Top to bottom or bottom to top? In Excel, how you read your data, top to bottom or bottom to top?
Top to bottom.
Top to
Top to
bottom.
bottom. So our topmost row is brand, and this is our row number one. Below to that, rate is there. That is row number two. Out of these two row items, which is already there with us, is the brand. What I'm looking at is the rate. Rate is in which row we discussed is in 2. So we should go for row index number 2, comma. Now it is asking range lookup, true, false, exact match, approximate match. I told you in case of VLOOKUP, very simple rule, 0. So what is the significance of 0? Is nothing but one-to-one match or exact match. And once it is done, formula is ready. Only for a cell, need to apply for rest. What is the shortcut? Control Enter, and we got the records. So this is how people, whenever there is a need, if your data is in horizontal format, we must go for the formula HLOOKUP. So give it a try and check it's working and confirm in the chat box. Fine. I believe it's working. VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. Any difficulties, anybody? So taking the live data, keep practicing. You have got 1 week complete time, people. Don't keep yourself idle. Whatever things you have learned in your routine activities, start implementing. And if you have any difficulties or if you have any queries, you can very well drop in that group also, WhatsApp group. All right. And definitely, voluntarily, anybody can also answer. That is also welcome. If it has remained unanswered for a day, the next day, definitely I will answer on that. But keep practicing.
Sir, XLOOKUP, I wanted to know actually how it works.
No problem. So if you have all have 365, we'll cover that XLOOKUP also in day 4. Don't worry. So those because XLOOKUP is one formula which is available only if you are there in 365 or 2021 or 2024 version of Microsoft Excel. It was not there in the earlier versions. So we'll take a call. Don't worry. So if majority of the people they are having 365, so I'll be taking time to clear this XLOOKUP formula also.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine. So can I take that? All are clear with our VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP? Right. Now, the most important part of our VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. You cannot apply VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP wherever you wish or you want. There are certain rules you need to follow for VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So what are those rules? Let me take you through. So stay focused, no need to do anything, just understand the concept, the rules. This will be very, very essential if you are working with your VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP. You got to satisfy all these rules. Then only your VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP will work. So let me take it through. Rule number one, VLOOKUP says the data has to be there in vertical format. Now the question arises, which data has to be in vertical format? Take a look. As I told you, we have a parent data or master data, and we have a our data or child data. So there are two types of data. Parent data must be in vertical format or master data has to be in vertical format. Then only VLOOKUP will work. So I'm just writing over here, master data has to be in vertical format. Hope it is clear. The VLOOKUP purpose rule number one, master data should be in vertical format. Can I take it? The rule number one is clear.
Yes.
Right. Similarly, for HLOOKUP, it says that the master data has to be in horizontal format. Master data should be in horizontal format. Like over here, if you look at this data should be in horizontal. My data, however, it is no problem, but master data should be in horizontal format. Then only I can apply HLOOKUP. Now, rule number two, VLOOKUP says there should not be any duplicate where again master data. So in our data, when you look at when the vendor is providing or master data is coming up, our brand column should not contain any duplicate. Like say Acer, here Acer is one time is there. If Acer is there for more than one time, VLOOKUP will always pick the first value. VLOOKUP will always pick the first value because VLOOKUP works only with the unique data entry. So in a range, whichever it turns first, that is treated as a original value. Rest of things are duplicate. VLOOKUP treats in this way. That's why it always pick the first value. And this is the only reason why you have to ensure that your master data, there should not be any duplicates. Same rule goes for our HLOOKUP also. In master data, there should not be any duplicate. So what is rule number two? No duplicate. Is it clear? Right, people? Yes, no,
Yes, sir.
right. Now, rule number three, VLOOKUP says that the data flow always has to be left to right. The data flow has to be always left to right. What does it mean? See, when I look at my master data, suppose the data is not there like this. Somebody has given me the master data, something like this. So VLOOKUP cannot read our data from right to left. From right to left, VLOOKUP cannot read your data. So this is the reason why the rate column, what you are looking for, should be next to the brand column. So it's not necessarily to be the immediate right of brand column. It can be something like this also, no problem. But when you are selecting your table array, you should start selecting from brand. Even if there are multiple columns before brand is there, no need to take that. And you should start selecting. And when you find rate, since you are looking for rate, you have to stop. Even though there are multiple columns after rate you no need to select. So this is how you are supposed to select your table array, and that is called nothing but data flow has to be always left to right. And that is what for VLOOKUP rule number three. For HLOOKUP, it says that data flow has to be always top
Top
to
to bottom.
bottom. So if you look at top to bottom, what does it mean? Suppose this is what the data somebody has given us and he gave it like this. HLOOKUP cannot read our data from bottom to top. So these are the basic rules, people. You have to always keep in your mind whenever you go for your VLOOKUP or HLOOKUP over there in Excel. So I'm just copying it and pasting it. Hope these rules are clear, whatever we discussed.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So taking the live data, keep practicing. If at all any difficulties about VLOOKUP or if it is not working, please bring it to our notice or you can drop a message in the group. Definitely, I'll be helping you out over there because this is one of the essential formula. And for creating any kind of dashboard, summary report, if you are not there in 365, so you have no other choice. You have to go for these formulas. and this is just a beginning. We are not yet over. There are a lot of things we have to solve complex situations by taking the combinations of VLOOKUP with multiple functions. So that I'm going to take it through in the next class. All right. So this
Okay.
is it from our today's session, people, day two. Any doubt, any queries from our day two session?
Once we practice, then only we'll have the doubts, no?
Yes, that is the reason why you have to practice. Because
Yes.
in training, as I told you, it seems like a fairy tale. Everything
It
looks so
seems
good, so
easy,
clear.
once you
Yeah,
describe, but once we do
right,
it on our own, no, then we come, we face the problem. That is the issue.
right, right. So you have to practice. So that's why don't ignore it. The 7 days, just don't spoil it. I would suggest take out some time. I know you might be having your professional and personal commitment as well, but this is
Mhm.
also essential since you are spending your time and money and efforts you are giving for learning. So you have to make a fruitful investment of your time as well for that. Okay, fine.
Yes. Mhm.
Right. So any other queries, doubts from today? People? Anybody?